Oh man, oh man, oh man. What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for stopping by. Throw some A's in the chat. If you can hear your boy speak, throw those A's in the chat right now, my team. What is up, everybody? Beso Amy, how you doing? Moderators, Cal L, what is up, my dude? How are you? How are you? That counter is actually an automated counter. It's actually an introduction now. I'm going to continue editing it to make a better and better presentation for the beginning of our live streams, right, you guys? What is up, Sebastian Lim? Good to see you in here, my dude. What is up, T Wood? Good to see you, man. Barry, what's up, man? Jimmy Bauer, what is up? What is up? And 1111, Mr. Simon, how you doing, man? Good to see everybody here. Good to see. And actually, happy Super Bowl Sunday. Did anybody catch the game by any chance? Ling Dang, what's up, man? Chicken Lover, good to see you here too. Who were we going for? Chase Cross, what's up, man? Were you guys going for the Chiefs? Were you going for the Eagles? Who got their cash for the bets in today? What's up, Jesse Quails? What's up, man? Qualls. Sorry, I actually pronounced that a little weird, didn't I? John, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? Good to see you guys here. All right, so yeah, guys, I actually ended up watching the Super Bowl, the halftime show, because I'm a real big fan of the artists that they pull up, right? So I was pretty happy to see what they did with Rihanna's performance, right? It was all good. It was all good. Oh, yeah. What's up, Matt Cam? How you doing? Good to see you here. Christopher, what's up? What's up? Yeah. So, you guys, I'm actually going to go ahead and add AMC into the list. Please remember, guys, please remember that I actually have a few tickers that I still have to go over, okay, you guys? But I am just looking at this right now. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of tunes right here to make sure we have a little bit of a vibe, right? But it's very good to see everybody in here. What is gonna be the play for this coming week? What are we gonna do, you guys? Tell me. Go ahead, chat. Go ahead, chime in. Let me know what you guys are long. Let me know what you guys are short, and we'll go over the list of tickers that we're gonna be going over today. Okay, you guys. I see. Cal. Gotcha. All right, man. So T Wood, yeah. I'm actually gonna be looking at this ticker. What was it? It was you and Hexes that actually asked for the ticker. I think it was CLNV, right? Or no. Let me see which one it was. T Wood, go ahead and chime in, man. What was that ticker that you got? Oh, CEOS. Got it. CEOS. I'm going to go ahead and add that from the early ticker picker request. Guys, if you are new to the chat, please know that you can actually subscribe to the Discord memberships page and actually go into the ticker picker channel and get your early requests in. Okay, you guys, definitely know that I actually do have a few tickets that are owed from the last stream, but everything is looking good thus far nonetheless. You guys, very excited to be here, very happy to be sharing some good times with everybody in here, man. So Chase Cross, you're going let's see, VLON and GFAI. My dude, I remember that what was it? GFAI was actually making a pretty nice move, wasn't it, man? Did you actually get long on that or no? And so I'll go ahead and add those in there. You know, we'll go ahead and try our best, right? So let me go ahead and just switch off right here. So Chase, you're asking for VLON and GFAI, right? Good tickers, guys. Good tickers. And I definitely see some good opportunities coming in the market, but I really would like to express the deepest concern over what may or may not happen on Tuesday the 14th. Guys, I want to see if anybody in the chat already knows what I am talking about. What is happening? Chat, chime in. What is so important on the 14th other than Valentine's Day? What is gonna be happening, you guys? And this is why I'm expressing this concern. I want everybody to know absolutely why I am yes, Johnny Barnes, John you guys are absolutely on the game. CPI, yes. Christopher, something to do with JPAL nonetheless, of course, right? Okay, all right. Yes, it's gonna be, guys, we have to be careful in the markets, okay? What we're doing here is essentially gambling if we don't know what we're doing in the markets. So I know that there are a lot of people thinking, you know what, I'm just gonna go long this, go long that, without actually thinking about the crazy CPI that may be coming in on Tuesday, okay? Just rest assured that whether it's good news or bad news, we can capitulate no matter which way it goes, okay, you guys? But the bottom of the line, I'm talking about the most essential way that we can think about this would be is if, let's see, if it's a CPI beat, then we're going to go to the upside. If it's a CPI miss, then we're going to go to the downside, right? So those are the simple ways of looking at the potentials for the CPI read. But if you are betting on the CPI, I would be very careful, and I would encourage for you to know your hedge strategy against betting the CPI, okay? Make sure to leave your stops in for your puts. Make sure to leave your stops in for the longs in case your price action goes against your favor, right? I need you guys to be very careful with what's happening with CPI. I encourage the newer traders to keep cash, to stay cash. Make sure to keep that dry powder for the easier situation or trades or opportunities to come after the CPI read, okay, you guys? Thank you so much for your donation, my dude. That really, really means a lot, my dude, and you always help me out. If there's anything I can do, please reach out to me, okay, my dude? But you know that we're here to make sure that retail gets good information and gets good trading strategies, right, you guys? Just be very wary over what can happen, okay? I know there's a lot of assumption that the CPI may be good, but don't bet on assumptions, okay? Make sure to keep your strategies together, all right, guys? We have a good list of tickers going on here today, guys. I'm very excited over the fact that we have a lot of requests coming in, not only in the early requests, but also here in the chat. Okay, you guys, so please, please, please make sure to hit that like button, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and make sure to visit the early ticker picker request channel in Discord, okay, you guys? That is how you would be able to get your chance to request for your ticker earlier than later, okay, you guys? Very excited for everybody here today, and you know what? Let's go ahead and just go over the tickers that we're going to be reviewing today, right? So we have, let's see, we have WKHS, CEOS, we have, let's see, COSM, we have Tesla, IONQ, we have TYDE, we have Apple, GMBL, AVRO, we have VLON, we have, let's see, we have GFAI. We got a bunch of good tickers going on here, you guys. If you haven't checked the videos that I've uploaded so far, you guys just definitely know that all the videos that I uploaded since Friday are relevant for this coming week starting tomorrow, okay? So the videos that I released were GTII, we have AMC, CLNV, COSM, and just rest assured that they are there for this coming week, okay? So in case we're not able to get to the tickers that I already made videos for, particular videos, just know that you can refer to those videos or send me a DM and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may or may not have. All right, you guys, let's see. So CEOS was actually going to be the first ticker that we're going to go over. I just want to make sure that we can allow a few more people to step into the chat and get situated in here before we get those things started, right? So T-Wood, it was you and Hexes, right, that actually ended up asking or requesting for that ticker symbol CEOS. So we'll make sure to cover that one first, okay, you guys, following WKHS, okay, you guys. So everything is looking really exciting for the coming week, you guys. I'm really excited over this stuff. Now, let's go ahead and refer to the chat. What you guys saying right here. DJ, what is up, my moderator? Good to see you, my dude. Yes, so let's go ahead and make sure that we can get that done too. Actually, you guys, after WKHS, I want to make sure that we look at the SPY, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get that out of the way as well. Moderator, DJ, very, very smart. Thank you so much, my dude. I appreciate that. And we absolutely do have to see that because everything is going to be, in a sense, sympathy to the broader markets, okay, you guys? Very good things to consider here. Dips Patel, what's up? What's up, Mr. Arca? How you doing? How you doing? Hedge Fund Killers, what is up, my brother? How's the family? Don't forget, brother, WISA. I actually, oh my goodness, I am super happy to be streaming for you this time. Okay, so let's see. WISA, oh man, so I actually did end up covering WISA in the last stream, but since you didn't get to see that one and you didn't get to see for the Friday price action, we can absolutely see it again, my dude. So just rest assured that we have some good tickers coming up and we'll make sure to get them in line, okay? So Hedge Fund Killers, you said that was, let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and just type it in my notes in here so that we can make sure that it is in play for us, right? So let's see, what do you got? I'm totally missing it. The chat is all the way up over here, and I gotta, there we go. So WISA, sorry you guys, it's just you know, lots of tickers all the time. All right, so let's see. One Fix It Man, what's up, man? What's up? I'll go ahead and add it to the list no matter what, right? So just know that if I can't get to it today, we'll make sure to get to it later. All right, so you're talking about ticker symbol HILS. All right, we'll go ahead and list it down. There's no problem. All right, and also BOIL, right? Yeah, that was is BOIL the natural gas? Is that what it is? Yeah. I see that you're putting it right in there. So One Fix It Man, not a problem, my dude. I remember looking at BOIL actually a couple sessions ago, if not the last. No. It was about 2 sessions ago that I looked at it. Very interesting price action happening on BOIL, as I believe that it should be running to the upside, right? Since the VIX and I think natural gas and oil have a correlation to the upside. So, and in that correlation, there could be a macro inverse correlation to the miners like Mara and Wolf and stuff and Bitcoin. Okay, so I'm really talking about macro perspective here, though. On a weekly chart, maybe even a 5-day chart, when you're witnessing the VIX go up, that is essentially when you can see Bitcoin go down, right, you guys? So I'll go ahead and add it into the list, guys. Just rest assured that there are a few tickers already in line, and we may or may not be able to get to them. But regardless of the fact, we're gonna note them down here anyway, okay, you guys? So Jimmy Bauer, what's up, man? So you're trying to talk about, what was that ticker? Is it NVOS or is it NOVS? I want to make sure that we are clear about that before we write it down onto the notes, guys. Yes, DJ and hedge fund killers, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's go ahead and get this algorithm moving, right? So we can get some more people in the chat. I'm very excited. So definitely NOVS. Okay, so I'm very excited to be streaming a little bit earlier for those who are in the East Coast who usually do not get to see these live streams as they happen. Just change. I'll go ahead and add that into the list as well. Okay, so just in case, just like I said before, just in case we can't get to it, we'll make sure to follow up with it. Okay, so CENN. So talk to me about that, man. Are you long that ticker? Are you short that ticker? What is going on? I hope you are in the green if you are already long that ticker, okay? And Samantha H, moderator Samantha, good to see you. Good to see you. Actually, you guys, we were supposed to host subscribers only or members or Cripstex members only masterclass yesterday, and actually I had some technical problems with the filming of the live stream in Discord. Okay, so just know that if you actually didn't get the live stream yesterday, it's because I actually didn't stream it due to technical issues, but I have resolved those issues alongside Cal-El and actually I think his name was R. Lantigua. Thank you so much for all of your help regarding that problem. Okay, you guys, those technical issues have now been resolved and we can actually make some good content coming up. Okay, so definitely keep your eyes open for the potentials of a schedule for the Cripstex members. Okay, so if you are interested in joining this, where you would get access to the edge plays that we put up, I'm talking about my direct plays. Okay, so the subscribers to the indicators are the ones who get that access. Okay, so sometimes we go ahead and post them on the Discord as well, but mostly it's for the Cripstex members. Definitely reach out to me via DM or email, which you can find on the about section of the YouTube page here. Okay, and we'll go over the subscription packages for the indicators. Okay, you guys, but definitely know that there are a lot of Robin, yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you for helping me on that stuff. I saw that you I saw that you asked ChatGPT for that, right? And it actually worked very well. I actually ended up using a different sound source, but it sent me right into that into the right path, right? So guys, really interesting stuff with ChatGPT. Has anybody actually tried that? Moderator Cal L sent me a video to watch, which I've actually watched about, I think, 17 to 20 minutes of, and it's just extraordinary, the things that you can pull off with Chat GPT. Has anybody actually tried that just yet? Have you guys just went in there to say what's up? Catfish Posse Racing, thank you so much. Guys, look at this, please. I want you to see the kind generosity here in the community. For example, Catfish Posse Racing, he says WhatsApp warning with his donation. What he means by that is for me not to forget to tell everybody in the community to make sure not to fall for the WhatsApp comments in, the comments below here on YouTube, saying for you to WhatsApp me or give me your money so we can trade, or for the helpline, or for the text me. Guys, that is not me, okay, you guys? That is absolutely not something we do here. None of the subscribers for Cripstex or myself will reach out to you regarding your money, okay, you guys? That is not something that I do. I need you to be very careful with these scammers in the comments, okay? So that is absolutely something that we need to watch out. They want to take your money. Don't let them take your cash, okay, you guys? That is hard-earned cash. That is family money. We need to make sure that we do not let them take it. But guys, I'm very excited still. It looks like the chat is actually filling up very nicely, and T Wood actually saying that he is scared of Chat GPT. Liar. Could it be little AR-15 as an assault rifle 15? But it looks like little liar or little I can't even say it, to be honest with you guys, but I really like it. I play around with these names all the time. I butcher names, but just rest assured that I'll essentially come back and apologize to you, okay? So I see it now. Little AR-15, okay? So tell me, Lil AR-15, which AR-15 do you have, man? Do you have Daniel Defense? What do you have? What's the brand of that AR-15? As I do know that there are several people in the chat who are very much into guns like that, right? KYP, good to see you in the chat. Very, very cool to see you here. So, but regardless, Lil AR-15, I'll go ahead and add that ticker FOXO into the list. Nonetheless, just rest assured that there could be that possibility to where I actually may not be able to get to it, okay? But regardless, I have it on the list, and we can make sure to move on, right? Ruger, very, very cool stuff. I actually like Ruger's, actually, I was not a fan of Ruger's 22, okay? The handgun, those are, they have a lot of, man, they just, they snap pretty hard, right? What is it called when the... what is that called, right? When the coil actually comes all the way back and you shoot it, it has like a, man, in cars it's called backfire, right? So, but I forgot what it's called in guns. Nonetheless, I actually tried that gun and it was very bulky and very, very unstable, right? But I'm interested in seeing what the AR-15 could do. Cool stuff, cool stuff. KYP, look at you, man. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. What can I do for you? Are you still long MULN, or what are you doing exactly? But guys, I'm very excited to be streaming tonight. The recoil, there we go. John, my goodness, John, you saved my life. Yeah, when the recoil, it's a little too strong for a handgun, right? But that 22 is, I didn't really like it, and I think the Los Angeles. I think some of the LAPD here, some of them use Daniel Defense, but I think they also have Ruger too. I'm not too familiar. I have a few friends down here who are so the AR actually does not have a recoil. Well, obviously, right? So, but yeah, the handgun in particular, that recoil was terrible. But let's see. So One Fix-It Man, AR-15 has very little recoil, but very loud. Okay, very cool. Very interesting, man. So actually my father is very, very deep into guns and stuff. So he has I think he has a 308. He has a couple AR-15s. He has definitely a few handguns. One of those being that 22 Ruger, right? But I like it. I like it. It's cool stuff. We go to the ranges and we shoot, right? It's a little expensive down here in California for ammunition right now, so we tend to leave that at a minimum, right, you guys? But everything is good. So guys, let's go ahead and review the list of tickers that we're gonna go over now. Okay, you guys. So okay, so you're ready. Oh, KYP, I'm sorry, we're gonna go over this list just right now. So KYP is saying, you know it, ready to dump MULN so bad, no way. Are you in the red or are you in the green? What's good? Mark Roach, good to see you, my dude. I sent you a message on Discord. I know that you're really green on Discord and you don't know how to navigate it just well. So I'm gonna go ahead and just apologize to you now for actually just out of nowhere decide that I'm going to be streaming live earlier, right? So this is a very rare opportunity that I can do this, and I feel that it's actually good for the people who are in the East Coast, so they don't have to stay until 86 in the morning watching your boy speak, right? So you're greenish / red. Oh man, we don't ever want to be greenish, we want to be we want to be more than greenish. We want to be what, man? We want to be deep in the green. We want to be forest green up in here. Okay, so what can we do for you? So we're gonna look at so I'll go ahead and put it on the list for you, KYP. No problem whatsoever. And I know that I always call you by your handle, right? So apologies if you feel weird every single time I refer to you as KYP, but I have nothing else to go by, right, you guys? But you guys, oh, so one thing, guys, we're gonna go ahead and add the timestamps and the ratings, but this time is going to be a little bit different. Mark Roach. So actually, Cal-L had an idea to maybe start a timer from the beginning, a stopwatch or a stop timer, whatever, from the beginning of the session, right? And then he would just, I don't know, whatever Cal thought about. But just know that looks like a pretty nice opportunity for us to make this a little easier, right, you guys? But I'm trying to streamline as much as I can for what I'm doing here, because there's just so many tiny little things that I have to do, and they're all so tedious and they take a lot of time, right? So Cal is actually trying to help me innovate and change up the way that we're looking at things here, okay, you guys? So once again, let's just go over this massive list. Even though we may not be able to get through everything, let's just go ahead and go over them now, okay? So we're gonna be looking at first ticker symbol CEOS. We have WKHS, we have SPY, we have COSM, ticker symbol MULN, we have WISA, we have Tesla, IONQ, we have TYDE, Apple, we have GMBL, we have AVRO, we have VLON, GFAI, CENN, we have ticker symbol HILS, as in Sam, ticker symbol BOIL, Boyle, right? We have NVOS, and also we have ticker symbol FOXO, you guys. But I am absolutely excited to be streaming right here. Mark Roach saying music, the jams, yes, they are playing. I want to go ahead and just have them just a little bit there, so we can ease off the tension, relax, right? Get ourselves a drink or get ourselves a snack and check out the tickers for tomorrow. Let's make sure that we can prep for the next day, okay, you guys? So I think that the chat is looking pretty good right now. I think it's a good time for us to be able to start our tickers now, okay? So let me just get a swig of water right here and let's see what we got. All right. Very good. Super cold water. Probably shouldn't have done that, but it's all good. All right, Mark Roach, I will actually favor that for you on Discord. I'm going to send you my thoughts on there, okay? So let's see. Mark Roach, and that's going to be ticker symbol Amazon. So Amazon, are you already long that ticker, or what's going on with it, my dude? I hope you're in the green. But just know that whatever... Oh man, there's a cyclone where I live in New Zealand. What? Bro, you probably shouldn't be on the live stream for Arca right now if there's a cyclone where you are. No way, X-Ray Dub. Are you serious? How close is it to you? Is it visible? Can you see it? So yeah, Mark, I'll make sure to look at that for you, my dude, and we'll go over the play. I'm very happy. So X-Ray Dub, can you see it? Answer me the question, my dude. Can you see that cyclone? And if you can see it, is it windy? Oh my goodness. Paul giving me the bunch of aliens. I love it. New Zealand grass-fed liver. Oh my God, is that good? Like liver and onions? Man, you guys are making me hungry now. What? I'm supposed to start streaming right now, guys. What's going on? X-ray dub down. I can't see it, but it's very windy and rainy. Dude, what? It's just, have you guys seen that movie Twister with Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton? Oh man, I used to love that movie so much. I haven't seen it in years. I feel like seeing it again. But anyway, you guys, let's go ahead and now let's start making this a little bit of more of a serious stream and get started with our stuff, right? So moderators, go ahead and tend to the chat. Let's see what the people have to say. But I will now focus officially on ticker symbol CEOS for T-Wood and hexes via the early request in Discord. Okay, you guys. So CEOS. All right. So we're going to be looking at it in the immediate short-term time frame. So Wicked Vet 1, you finally made it. That's why I'm saying, guys, I'm streaming early. That's why I'm saying, so that we can make sure that other people can make it. All right, you guys. So we already had given this a long rating of C, and it actually those moves actually played out to the upside pretty nicely. But what could be happening for CEOS? First of all, let's go ahead and load up our SMAs, right? Let's see if we're finding any resistance right now. So right away, we can actually see that this curvature of the SMA 10 is already showing us the potential of something happening here, okay? First of all, I can already see that we're building some type, I don't want to, it may be a pennant or it may be a triangle, right? So let's go ahead and make some lines here. So it looks like we're kind of building something like this. I just want to make sure that we can be as accurate as we can be, right? So it's looking like we're building this. If we do face a resistance, it would be just like this candle iteration here, to where we can actually touch right at that SMA 10 and then reject. We're going to look at the raw price action first, just like always, guys, and then we're going to look at momentum and make a conscious decision. Let's go ahead and load up now. Oh, we already have them here. We have the EMAs now. Let's see. So the EMAs, okay, I see why we're facing that resistance right now. In fact, that 7-day exponential moving average, if you just move in very closely, you can see just how much of relevance that has to the resistance playing in the last candle iteration from Friday. Okay, you guys, sorry if you can hear the engines outside. I actually had to open up the window because it gets a little warm in the studio when we're streaming, right? So the gear is all on and the laptop is right in front of my face. So too many things of heat. Okay, so let's go ahead and now reference momentum and see what we can gather for the next, or for the coming session, right? Please remember, guys, I'm going to continue reminding you that CPI is on Tuesday, and I'm talking the majority of the broader markets are going to be running in sympathy to what happens to the indices. Okay, be very, very, very careful. Let's start off with the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame, just like we always do, you guys, and reference this RSI. Okay, so it looks like we have a little bit of an upside coming on, and in respects to the 30-minute time frame, we do have that SMA 50 right above us, which can actually, or could it be the EMA 30? No, it is definitely the SMA 50. We can see a little bit of resistance there, but let's move on to the bi-hourly and continue collecting our puzzle pieces. It looks like the bi-hourly is also giving us a limited upside. Okay, you guys, it's limited because we have that 14-day simple moving average right above us, and you can see that we've actually been trying to go up towards it, but we keep on failing. And I understand that we're very close to it now, but the likelihood of actually succeeding the 14-day is not as great. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue moving on to the 6-hour RSI. Okay, so here we go. The 6-hour RSI is starting to give us just a little bit of a bias to the downside, but please remember, keep in mind your RSI signal position. Okay, so VLON is in the list. I have to tell you that it is towards the bottom though. So let's go ahead and now continue with this. As long as we do maintain ourselves within the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile and the bull strength percentile being right in here, we are likely to be consolidating. Okay, so we're getting a slight hint that it could be a little bearish from the 14-day simple, but like I said, this pivot doesn't look so, it doesn't look so convincing like these to the downside, right? It's very weak in the bear strength, and it's also very weak in the bull strength. So this can actually have us trade sideways for some time. Let's move on to the 8-hour and see what we got. Slight upside on the 8-hour. Again, very weak upside pivot. This is very likely to find some type of consolidation or a chop box. Okay, so let's see the 12-hour. And in case you're curious of what I just said, chop as in CHOP as in Paul, chop, right? So we're going to just be chopping around as a range. All right, a chop zone. All right, so we have that upside continuation on the 12-hour, but likely by tomorrow in the session, this SMA 14 will likely be in the gravitational zone of the overbought percentile, where we can actually continue this sideways trading stuff right here. So it looks like volume is also kind of diminishing little by little, which is also it also is kind of promoting the consolidation period. Okay, so we're likely gonna see a lot of tickers be in this range here. I'm talking about the consolidation range, and why? It's because of the damn CPI. So definitely know that I am still looking at CEOS potentially just trading sideways. If there is an opportunity for any type of direction, then we're actually going to have to favor maybe the buy daily, telling us that there is a downside to be expected. Again, the range for that ultimate downside could actually be between about 706 to about 663. Okay, so let's go ahead and reference that on a 12-hour chart and take an inverse fib and just make sure that we can just end this analysis off nicely, okay, with a good positive touch. All right, so with an inverse fib, we can already assume that this would be one likely. I'm talking about shorter term, right? So aligning itself with the 1.272 at 706. It's not bad. Okay, so now in respects to the 618 to the 1.618, I like it, but it's just there's no other correlation right now other than previous price action, well, you know what? I'm going to give you the range anyway, just in case, right? So I don't see any signs of capitulation here. I don't see any signs of reversal to the downside. In fact, I just see sideways trading slightly bearish, but then trading within a range, okay, you guys? So that's essentially what I'm looking at for ticker symbol CEOS. As soon as this bounce happens from one of these likely areas, we are at, and also notice that the SMA 10 is right in conjunction with that 1.272, okay, you guys? So as soon as we bounce here, I don't expect a bounce to the moon unless something of fundamental catalyst comes out and rips this to the moon, then I guess, right? But in this case, what's happening here is just that it's going to be trading a range, okay, you guys, if we're considering just the traditional playbook rules. As soon as FOMO is applied, and of course, everything I just said can be invalidated, but if we're playing, like I said, just by the general rules, that's what we can see. That is going to do it for ticker symbol CEOS, okay, you guys? So now I'm going to go ahead and make sure to not rate this, okay, you guys? So we're going to leave this as a no rating, okay, because we don't want anybody trapped in a consolidation period, and especially during the times of CPI reads and stuff, okay, you guys? Thank you so much, One Fix It Man. Make sure to hit that like button, you guys. So T Wood, you need 0801. Let's see, 0801. You're talking about to break even. It's very possible that 10801, I'm sorry, that 801 can actually be reached. I would not say tomorrow, potentially the following day, because I'm telling you, man, this is just it's a chop zone right now, and that's exactly what I mean. I don't want you to get trapped in this. Let's see, there you go, the 1.618 landing right at 802, and that's why I'm saying that you could possibly run it. Maybe I would say maybe in about a day, the second day or the third day. So if you have the chance to, maybe get out at break even or get out with a slight tiny bit of profit, then I would honestly, as not a financial advisor, I would actually, maybe consider liquidating the position and waiting for a better opportunity, specifically after the CPI reads. Okay, you guys. So let's go ahead and now move on to the next ticker. And I am officially starting ticker symbol WKHS now. Okay, you guys, so I did prepare this ticker ahead of time so that we can make these tickers move a little bit faster, right? So what we're looking at here, chat, is actually a broadening descending wedge on the daily, okay? And it looks like it's already following some nice price action. We have test 1 of the resistance, we have test number 2 of the resistance, thank you, Mark, and we have test number 3 of the resistance, okay? So whoever asked me for, I think his name was actually JDXL, if you're in here, my dude, please be very careful with what you're looking at here, okay? As the test number 3 of a resistance usually signals short sellers to open position or get short the stock, and then this thing can actually continue onto the downside, which is usually known to be the bigger capitulation event than not, okay? I want you to be very careful with what's happening here. So let's go ahead and reference our moving averages and see if we have any type of resistance above us. Let's see. Okay, so, and actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and add the EMAs as well. So let's add the 7 period and 30 period exponential moving averages, okay? So we actually can see that we do have some significant resistance right above us, located in the range between 208 and about $2.11, okay, you guys? I'm going to go ahead and make a drawing there regarding the SMAs, okay? So this is likely an area of strong resistance on the daily chart, though. Remember, we're going to go ahead and condense this a little tighter, but still, I just want to make sure that you guys are just very well aware of the strength that we have in here, okay? The 30-day exponential moving average is also in line with the support of this candle, with the support of this candle, and if we extend this, you can actually just see how relevant this area is, okay? So very likely we can find some resistance there unless we see that momentum is actually suggesting a continuation to the upside. The good sign here is that you can see declining volume for the bears, and it looks like we're finally getting a good uptick in buy volume, but that does not mean that this is done with the downside, okay? The reason why I say this is because after price action like this, stop losses, or I'm sorry, people that have losing positions up here are going to try to recover whatever they want out of fear, and they're going to likely liquidate positions in this area for a continuation to the way down where shorts can double down here as well, okay? I'm just expressing to you what I am seeing based on raw price action, okay, you guys? So let's go ahead and take a look at, let's see, the momentum now. So let's load up the RSI, start off the thing with the 30-minute immediate short term, okay? So here it is. We can already see that upside suggestion on the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame. Very healthy 14-day simple moving average. Very likely we can, with this type of suggestion, I wouldn't see this target of 202 as likely, okay? In the 30-minute, definitely 206 to 208 could be that resistance level of which we were already looking at on the daily. Okay, so let's move on to the buy hourly and continue collecting our puzzle pieces so that we can gauge a good understanding. Here is the buy hourly giving us a very bullish cross over the 14-day simple moving average and suggesting a continuation to the upside. But please look at what happened here when we succeeded that 14-day, okay? We continued to the downside. So, and the relevance of this is very strong since we have been under this 14-day since February 3rd, okay? So please keep in mind that it's been days and days of us being below it. So to pierce this 14-day, it's gonna take some serious volume, okay? So in this case, I definitely can see a continuation to the upside, just like I said, right up to that 208 level at the very highest, and potentially even to, actually, look at this. We have the SMA 100 on the buy hourly, which could be a potential area too, that actually has a confluence here with that $2.11 zone that we were talking about. Let's continue. The 6-hour time frame is suggesting a limited upside. Okay, you guys, very, very much in conjunction to what we're talking about within this area here. Okay, and also notice that the 6-day has literally every single moving average created by God and every single man on earth, right? So this is going to be a crazy trek. We're not likely to pierce through all of this stuff, okay, you guys? So, so please be very careful. Let me take a look at one Fix-It Man's suggestion for that as well, okay? I want to see just what you mean by a demand zone, okay? Because we're going to do that on the daily chart, not on these tiny time frames, okay? Let's go ahead and now reference the 8-hour and eventually get to that 8-hour, okay? Sorry, the daily. So the 8-hour and let's see, the 12-hour are suggesting limited upsides as well. But please notice how the pivot of the RSI signal is starting to change when you move up the time frame, okay? You have a little bit less of that buy pressure coming in. So, and it's also a little bit limited, right? So now let's go ahead and reference what one one fix it man is talking about. I will give you my personal opinion on what can be considered a supply and demand zone by looking at this in a wider perspective. Okay, you guys. So let's go ahead and now block the visibility of the EMA 7 and the SMAs. Okay, sorry, the EMA 7 and 30 and the SMAs. Okay, so there is a very, very obvious area of reaccumulation, and it could be our lowest area of demand, which could be right down here. Okay, in respects to this candle here, to the closing of, to the opening of this tiny candle right over here back in July 16th. Okay, I don't usually talk about supply and demand zones, but this is a good opportunity to be able to show you guys another way of looking at things. Okay, you guys. So we have a second supply zone, a second demand zone right over here. Okay, on the major pivots. Okay, you're focusing on the high of this huge bear flag here. You are also focusing on the low of this, what could be considered a spring, or in Wyckoff theory, could be a terminal shakeout before a continuation to the upside, right? Very powerful area of demand in this zone, okay, you guys? So let's go ahead and note that right there as well. So we have a second area of demand, but please know that I am not actually expecting for us to go down that low, but the relevance of this zone here is absolutely in play due to the fact that we're on the third test of the resistance from this broadening descending wedge. And if you can remember correctly, the third test is usually one of those stronger tests. I don't even think I actually have it here on, I have the wrong CEOS chart up for that. It's okay, you guys. It's regarding a broadening descending wedge, right? So we may actually have it in one of these COSMs, and yeah, this is the one here. Okay, so the third test, if you can see here on any broadening descending wedge, usually presents the biggest capitulation event of all. Okay, and it's like that in a lot of tickers. I'm talking about man, the majority of tickers. Okay, so if we're gonna reference, here it is. Okay, so we have, let's see, test 1, 2, and 3, and look at the capitulation event. Okay, we have test 1, 2, 3. Look at this huge capitulation event. Okay, so it's something of high relevance within a bear cycle that we actually tend to see within this anxiety type of formation. Okay, so this is why I'm expressing the deepest concern for ticker symbol. What was it? What are we on right now, guys? That was WKHS, right? So it is right back here. Here we go. That's why I'm expressing that danger right over here, you guys. It could be a high likelihood that we can actually capitulate, but you know, it doesn't price action doesn't have to do anything. It doesn't have to do anything. It will it'll do what it'll do because it's random. Okay, you guys, we have to just look at this thing as a probabilities game. Okay, so if we are at a third area of demand, then we are at one right now. Okay, so in respects to one fix it man, I definitely agree that actually we could be slightly above or right at a demand zone right now. Okay, you guys, and that's going to be in respects to these major pivot zones. Okay, these are huge pivotal zones. All right, so definitely know that it is in a sense a type of an inflection area as well. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and go right back at this so you can see that one fix it man is actually absolutely right. We're right above one of the demand zones right now, also signaling within this chop zone right here as well. Okay, you guys, very nice stuff, although I can actually see other areas of demand of which we can gauge the positioning in based on Fibonacci retracement. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a range low to the range high and just take a look at what we have. Okay, so in respects to this demand zone, it is right in between the 1 spot 272 and the 1 spot 618, catering a very high relevance, and it could be a potential to where we can actually come back down to that $1.74 before finding a bounce. Okay, we can even wick down and then continue on to the upside, as these long wicks are actually something that are very, very typical in a bear market cycle. Okay, like this wick over here, like these wicks, long wicks like those, these wicks over here, okay, like those. Okay, you guys, these types of wicks are absolutely seen in bear cycles, and that's why we have to trade the bear cycles like bear cycles and not like bull cycles. Okay, you guys, so this is let's see, upon this bounce over here, I am let's continue on with the RSI. Okay, actually, let me just see what it has in the upper term. 12-hour RSI is actually suggesting that limited upside, right? Let's go to the bi-daily. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so okay, not a problem, Jimmy. That's what I was asking you, dude. And I actually not a problem. I wrote it down as NVOS no matter what because I had a feeling that that was the one. Okay, so very interesting on the buy daily that we actually touched right at the bottom of our supply zone, okay, or the demand zone that One Fixed Man was talking about. So now this is where it starts to play, okay. Please notice that the buy daily RSI is making a very bearish cross below that 14-day simple, okay. This is likely to continue to the downside, but it looks like the downside may be limited as there's a notch here, okay. Let's continue. What is the 3-day saying? So the 3-day is giving us a very unreliable notch within the bear weakness percentile, okay. So let's go ahead and look at the 5-day, and here it is, okay, you guys. That's essentially what we got to focus on. The 5-day is giving us a limited downside, and it could serve as a very powerful bounce area. Why am I saying that? Well, because the 14-day simple moving average is located right in the gravitational zone of the bear strength percentile, okay? Meaning that we would not only find support from that 14-day simple, but as well from that gravitational zone, thus sending us to the upside again. Another thing to notice is that we have been below the 14-day simple moving average since August 30th, 2022, or just before that, okay? So we're finally making that break out of it, and we're gonna just now come back down and test that area as a viable support or a credible support before continuing on to the upside. The relevance between the SMA, the signal line and the SMA 14 is what's giving me the bias to come right into this area here, okay? So when we do face this bounce from the 5-day, we can actually then make the true breakout test of test number 4 and then see what happens, okay? Just definitely know that we can actually face this upside, and then we would come back to validate the newly converted resistance into support before eventually realizing the top side target per the trading book rules of about, let's see, of about $3.60, but definitely know that I am not looking at this target for weeks and weeks from now. This is definitely not something that I expect to happen quickly. In fact, the downside is going to be a pretty substantial downside if it does realize the way we're talking about, okay? If it does go down to this area here, you're talking about of almost 20% loss from the current price action, okay? Be very careful if you are long WKHS, okay? As I do see some potential loading zones right in this area here, if not just under the 1.272 at 174 before a bounce to the upside, okay? You guys definitely know that that's what I'm looking at here, and I think that this is actually a pretty healthy stock, and it is moving in, it is moving per the trading book rules, and it is nice, okay? So just know that the long position is we're a little early on this right now. In my opinion, okay, you guys, please don't take as my word as like the final word here. I just want to make sure that you guys can take into consideration what somebody else sees, right? Talking with other traders is always important. So let's go ahead and now end the ticker symbol WKHS, and let's go ahead and rate, guys. Actually, no, we're not gonna rate this one either because this still has, in my opinion, a 20% decline to go, okay? So we're not gonna rate this for the longs, okay, you guys? Let's go ahead and now move on to the next ticker, and that is actually gonna be to ticker symbol SPY, okay? And this is gonna be for the broader market perspective. Very, very important ticker to look at right now and keep in consideration. Sorry. There we go. All right, so let's look at I think I have a preload of this already regarding, let's see, the last week, I think. So let's see which ones we have here. If not, then we can just go ahead and load up a new one. But this this one can do it. Let's see. All right, so let's see what we have for the SPY. Very good stuff here. So just like the other tickers, guys, broadening descending wedge on the macro here. What I do have to say about this is that we have test number 1, 2, right? We have test number 3, and now we have officially broken out on test number 4. If there is a downside to be expected on this, it would be likely to test once again, to test literally once again, the newly converted resistance into support. Let's see, what is in the thermos or cup? So One Fixed Man is actually my water. I have my hydro flask right next to me always, dude. I always have to drink water because I'm just talking so much. Thank you for asking, by the way. I'm literally always sipping the whole way through. So thank you, Mark, by the way. Okay, so yes, guys. So a lot of people can actually see this as a type of bull flag, especially if you're looking at it like on a 3-day, right? It could be a bull flag forming, but remember that bull flags don't actually have the biggest hit rate. Okay, some people may actually be seeing an inverse herpy derpy over here, right? And some people may be seeing a cup and cup right here. Whatever. If we're looking at, guys, also that formation doesn't have a big hit rate either. Okay, cup and handles have a very crappy hit rate. Okay, so if we're looking at this cuppy here, then the failure of this would be imminent. And I don't want to focus on formations like that. Okay, you guys definitely know that the formations that I definitely like are triangle-based formations. Okay, even this wedge here. All right, so Lynn, I'm gonna go ahead and add that to the list. If I can't get to it tonight, like I've been telling everybody, I will make sure to put it on for the next for tomorrow's live. Right, we'll try our best for that. All right, so you're talking about ticker symbol MVIS. Thank you so much for stopping by the way. Okay, so let's continue on with the SPY. Okay, so let's move or let's add our moving averages and see what we have. Okay. All right, so we can already see that we're facing resistance from the 200-day and the 100-day simple moving average on the 3-day. But let's load up the daily and see what's going on there. Okay, very important to know this, okay? We've actually been using this SMA 10 as a form of support and a guide towards the upside, and you can see that we've actually now failed it, okay? So on the daily, if I'm seeing any type of weakness, we can face some upside tomorrow, likely to face the SMA 10 at about 409.78. Let's load our EMAs now to get a little more surgical with our targets. Very interesting that we have two very similar targets here with the SMA 10 and the EMA 7. Okay, you guys. So this is likely going to have us resist some. Okay, we do have another area of loading at 401.47, which is essentially gonna be or could present a kind of consolidation zone until the CPI read release on Tuesday the 14th, 2 p.m. Eastern. Let's see. And 11 a.m. Pacific. Okay, you guys, make sure to write that in your calendars for you to know exactly what that CPI read time is going to be. Okay, you guys. So let's go ahead and now reference our momentum so that we can gauge that true edge over the next session. 30-minute immediate short-term time frame is suggesting a very limited downside here, and it could be a support touch before a continuation onto the upside. Very likely that can be in relevance to the SMA 10 on the 30-minute at 407.57 for a long position. But hold on, let's go to the buy hourly and see what it's got. Buy hourly is slightly bearish. I mean, this is consolidation even still. Let's go ahead and not actually use that for any type of reference for us. Okay, so let's now take a look at the this is another consolidation suggestion here. It's slightly sideways on both the 14-day and the RSI signal, okay? So, but please know that we've been using this 14-day simple as a kind of a guide towards that way down, okay? So let's move on to the 8-hour. The 8-hour is suggesting a limited upside here, but this pivot towards the upside is not so convincing. Also, the fact that we're in the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile, this can actually pull us right back down and then right back up and right back down. And you look at this 14-day simple, it's also slightly bearish, which could essentially pressure this to the downside just slightly and then continue that sideways trading, which could be in line with the CPI read again. Okay, you guys, not a problem, Len. Thank you so much. And the 12-hour also suggesting sideways trading. You guys, I'm telling you, we're going to be seeing this a lot tonight in respects to the macroeconomic release. Okay, some sideways trading here as well on the daily. Let's go to the 3-day. Okay, so guys, this is absolutely suggesting a very, very tiny range of trading. If you are considering longing the SPY or shorting the SPY, it would be in respects to you trying to bet with CPI. Okay, so technicals are only giving us a very flat read because whatever is about to happen in a psychological manner and not in a technical manner. Okay, so Definitely be very aware of that. But the SPY is looking a little shaky. The upside that I'm looking at would be in respects to the, let me see, maybe within the 30-minute. Let me see the 15-minute. Oh, man. Yeah, you guys. So if there is an upside to be considered here, it would be on the 30-minute to find that support from the 14-day simple and the gravitational zone here, but it would be very, very small. Okay, so I'm talking about the space for loading anywhere up like maybe at 407.57 ish, right? And the upside at 408.76. So not much. This is not a good range to trade. Okay, so I would be very careful with what's happening here. Okay, another thing here is that on the 30-minute, it's looking like we're building an ascending triangle, and we don't want to be a part of ascending triangles when they're happening. Okay, you guys. So this can actually present a potential danger, but in the immediate short term. Okay, so the downside, the worst case scenario here is 405.13, and then it would reaccumulate and continue, right? So another thing is that you can look at this as a type of bear flag on the 30-minute. Okay, so there are several indicators that there could be a potential downside continuation here. Okay, so just know that this is what I'm looking at as my own personal opinion. Okay, you guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I show and iterate within these videos. It's just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy or sell any assets whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be just fine. Okay, you guys? So that is going to do it for ticker symbol SPY. And let's see. For SPY, again, because it's consolidation, because it's just sideways trading, I don't want to rate this for anyone, okay, you guys? I don't want you guys trapped in situations like this. So let's go ahead and just make sure that we can leave this as a no rating for, for the information that we're going to add into the description below when this stream is done, okay, you guys? So now let's go ahead and reference ticker symbol COSM for Jason. Okay, so what's up, E? Good to see you in here. And you said, sweet, I nailed it. That's good to hear, man. One fix it, man. I would not hold anything going into CPI. Good idea. That's what I'm really trying to encourage people not to bet on CPI, okay, you guys, because it's very dangerous right now. It's super volatile, and everybody can be essentially facing a tough week starting from last week, okay? So let's go ahead and now reference ticker symbol COSM. If you guys are not aware already, I definitely released a video for COSM today, okay, you guys? So let's go ahead and start it off now. Okay, so broadening descending wedge, just like always, guys, the same thing, okay? We're on that test number 5 breakout, and I mean, in respects to the test 5 breakout, we actually never came back down to test that newly converted resistance into support, right? But the price action is not suggesting that nonetheless. In fact, if I'm going to condense this as fast as I can, I actually would like to, I would like for you to know that we're finding this support area, I mean, 3 days in a row already, okay? This candle here, right down in here, this candle touching right down in it, opening this candle right at that support. And what is this support, you guys? Take a look back here. This is the gap that we actually looked at from November 21st to November 22nd, okay, you guys? So this is absolutely in respects to what we're looking at right now. That's why I tell you guys, make sure to keep your gaps in play for future play, okay, you guys? So we faced a pretty nice bounce to the upside, and it looks like we may be in it looks like we may actually face a little bit more of an upside continuation before we face a downside again. I need you to focus on this area here. Look at this box, okay? This is called a bearish engulfing, of which I don't think this could have been the end of it, okay? So, I mean, since we are on a daily, we have to consider the possibility that we can actually face a continuation to the downside, likely to touch down at that 447. But before we do that, I honestly think that we can actually make a short-term upside move in, let's see, the space between about $5.13 to about $5.22 before coming back down and trading this range here. Okay, you guys. So COSM still looking like it has a lot to think about, or there's something that's some type of fundamental catalyst that could be in line for it, but this is still suggesting some sideways trading, and it's very much it's actually reminiscent to what we were actually facing the prior days within the lower end of this range. Okay, so it is a potential that we are going to be facing this chop zone once again, okay, you guys. But let's go ahead and take a look at RSI real quick, and let's just see, because I did look at this earlier in the video, like I said, but let's just look at it now, even so, right? So the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame has a very, very, very weak upside pivot right here, suggesting consolidation, because we would likely find a resistance from that gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile. Okay, so this is suggesting a bounce up and down in the immediate short term. Another consolidation period right here from the 4-hour. Why consolidation? Well, it looks like this is a 14-day moving average is facing an upside here, which would essentially serve as that support alongside the gravitational pull, and then we would face this sideways trading. Like I said, guys, we're going to be facing a lot of sideways trading for the coming days in respects to the economic data being released on Tuesday, the 14th, being CPI at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Make sure to note it on your calendars, okay, you guys? Very important things to take into considerations, okay? Doji followed by bearish engulfing usually means more downside. One Fix-It man absolutely in the game and very much in tune with his trading. Absolutely true, my dude. Joe H, what is good, my dude? Good to see you here. And Samantha H taking notes. Absolutely, absolutely. This economic data is really important for us to keep in consideration, because the downside may be imminent regardless of a CPI beat or a CPI miss. Okay, and then the upside could just be, you know, following a good dip to the downside, likely a geometric target. And then if we're looking at a downside, then I mean, referencing the SPY, that, remember, on that daily chart, we were looking at, geez, the first target being a 401.48 bound zone, and then we can actually make our way down to test that newly converted resistance into support for this macro broadening descending wedge. Just know that take profit zone would essentially be 480.56, which I don't see happening until maybe September or October if we do get CPI beats. Okay, so let's continue on with the analysis here. And which one was it? COSM, right? So we were looking at the RSI. Let's see, slight upside, but very much, look at the 14-day. This is just sideways trading yet again, okay, you guys? And please reference the 3-day sideways trading and look at the 5-day, okay? So it looks like we are close to making a bounce, but the thing is that we absolutely need to face the economical data first, okay? So we have this bounce happening to the upside over here, which is actually in correlation with this, okay? So let's go ahead and reference volatility versus momentum, and you can see here that we are starting. Let me zoom in real closely here. You can see that we are starting across of the volatility component of the BBWP over the moving average. So this is showing us the potential of an upside incoming. Please notice that momentum is also suggesting a little bit further downside before a corrective move to the upside. Why am I saying this? Because the last time it happened, it was right here before we faced this upside. We were right in the same area of momentum, right? And referencing before this, it also happened right here, when we were not as close, but we were within that range before we made this massive upside continuation. Another iteration to where actually that same thing happened was right down here when we crossed that moving average, and we were literally within the lower zone of the momentum before we faced this upside. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that COSM may be prepping for an upside soon, but there is still some things to resolve in the immediate short-term time frame. Okay, you guys. So I'm not actually particular about I'm not married to these targets right now, but like I said, we can actually see a very small upside continuation. It would be in the range of 504 to about 522 before coming back down and reaccumulating in this area here, 475 to about 470. Okay, you guys, so that's going to do it for ticker symbol COSM. And because of the consolidation, we're also going to leave this as no rating, okay? So let's go ahead and just make sure that everybody is in a safe place and just knows not to get trapped into these weird things, okay? All right, you guys, so that's going to do it for ticker symbol COSM. And now let's move on to the next ticker here, which is going to be ticker symbol MULN, MULN. All right, so let's go ahead and now, actually, you know what? Well, let me first of all look to see if I have a recent MULN here, but if I don't, then we're actually just going to start off a new one, as I am almost favoring that. You know, I actually this one may do it. Let's see. Thank you, Mark. Really appreciate you, my dude. Really appreciate you. Okay, yeah, this is definitely the one. So yeah, the last time we actually gave this rating was right back here. We did get that B rating and we did get that upside. Very nice. We have to notice that we are starting to convert. Several moving averages in the daily chart as resistance. Okay, so for example, the EMA 7, we have the SMA 10. The EMA 7 is about to cross that SMA 10. Okay, which could essentially show us a bearish continuation. But if we're looking at the tests of the broadening ascending wedge, then we could be prepping for a bounce to the upside. Okay, so this price action that's happening here is very similar to AMC, to GNS, I forgot how many other tickers are facing that same type of behavior. Okay, so this is showing that the buy pressure is starting to step in. Very nice. Okay, but there could be a continuation, and let me just see if I do have this the lines correctly placed, and if I don't, then actually, there we go. Here we go. So yeah, there could be a continuation to the downside in respects to not only the NOT 618 at 37.44, but also at the SMA 10 and the EMA 7 at about 37.56. And then we could actually support from the SMA 100, which would be by tomorrow, correlated with the 32.44 support bottom of this ascending broadening wedge. Okay, so the reason why I'm favoring an upside here is particularly because of the second test. So the third test would be the final test of this, followed by the capitulation, and then essentially meeting our 18-cent zone over the span of maybe some weeks. Okay, so this is a typical setup, and it is kind of respecting. The possibility is there. Okay, I just need you to be aware of what's happening now in the resistance touches. We have a series of higher highs, we have a series of higher lows. Okay, so in respects to that, we can expect a bounce from this area here. Let's load up momentum and see what we have. Okay, so 30-minute immediate short-term time frame for MULN is suggesting sideways trading, just like it should be, okay, in respects to the macroeconomic data. Now, the buy hourly is suggesting sideways trading as well, okay? Let's go to the 6-hour and sideways trading. Like I said, we're going to be facing a lot of sideways tickers for the next few days. I'm sorry, for the next day, before the CPI data release, which will be on Tuesday the 14th, this Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Okay, make sure to note it on your calendar so that you do know what could be happening. Please go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let's make sure to get this algorithm moving so that we can get some more people in here. Okay, so referencing the 6-hour time frame, I do like the price action that's happening here. We actually have a bullish engulfing candle formation. You guys already know that I don't usually like to practice candle analysis on anything lower than absolute minimum in 8-hour. Lots of people practice candle analysis on the 1 minute, 5 minute for day trading. Absolutely fine. Okay, you guys. What I am actually looking at here are very strong moves. Okay, so this is why I'm looking at the candle analysis in any which way that I can look at it right now in respects to the data that's going to be releasing on Tuesday. Okay, so please know that that is why I am touching on the probabilities here. Okay, so if we are going to face a resistance touch in this area, it may very well be right at the area that I was talking about at the NOT 618 at about 37.44. We are currently sitting at about 36.60. Okay, you guys. Wyckoff G making a stop here at the Arca Bulls family. What is up, my dude? Make sure to follow Wyckoff G for you to be able to understand Wyckoff theory in a deep perspective. If you are long BBIG, if you are long the movement for Vinco Ventures, make sure to follow my man Wyckoff G. Good to see you here, my dude. Really appreciate you stopping by, my guy. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on the analysis here, okay, you guys? So definitely know that I'm looking at sideways trading yet again on the 6 hour. We're looking at sideways trading on that 12-hour time frame as well. Very nice candle print here of this bullish hammer, okay? I mean, it's suggesting that we did touch that bottom, but I am not really favoring that bottom just yet, okay, you guys? So let's look at the daily. The daily is suggesting sideways trading too. All right, so KYP, if you're gonna have an opportunity to get out, I would honestly be banking on a pretty good CPI read if that were the case. Okay, so if we do get a CPI read that's good, then it would make sense to why we're here at the support at the, of the broadening ascending wedge. So that would essentially catapult this thing to the upside and have you face a few targets to the upside, from which I would start considering, as not a financial advisor, right? As a friend, as your colleague here, okay? So just know that we can be looking at an upside target based on a short-term time fib retracement from the current day's high to the swing low of, let's see, if we do get that upside, right, based on a CPI read, because this is absolutely in sympathy to the broader markets, as I mean, a lot of things are going to be, okay? So if we are facing that upside, we're going to have to beat the 0618 from any area that we are here, okay? So this resistance zone is absolutely something of great importance for us to penetrate alongside the EMA 7 and the SMA 10, okay? So, but beyond that, I can definitely see us touching the upper end of our range, which is actually very much in relevance to the 2 spot 272 at 4203 and a 2 spot 618 at 4339, okay? So this would be the stop number one based on a good CPI read, okay? So this is huge assumption. As soon as we break out of this, there is the potential to even face the 3 spot 618, which is in line with this wick high before a resistance touch, and then we would come back down, validate this as a support before a continuation to the upside, okay? So the last range that I'm going to give you would be 47.34 and the 3 spot 72 at about 45.97, okay? This is the two zones that I would be looking at. Please remember, I am talking about in respects to a good CPI read. So this is in no way me telling you that I know it's going to go there, okay? Take another little swig of water and we are good. All right, so let's just go ahead and end ticker symbol MULN now, guys. So because of the sideways trading, we are going to leave this. We're gonna leave this in as a no rating. We don't want anybody trapped in this, right? Wyckoff G, what you saying, man? Let's see. So you are saying that you're a big believer in the 618. Absolutely, my dude. In fact, it's actually even represented in physics as a 618 as well. In fact, the 618 is used in natural sciences. It's used in art form. Is used in trading. So we're talking about the inverse 618, not 618. We have the 1 spot, 2 spot. We have the 3 and the 4 spot 618. All of those are very, very important targets for us to consider. Okay, and in reference to the 2 spot 272 as well. Also, you guys, a little quick tip for those of you who do day trade or who do momentum trade or any type of trading really, know that the golden pocket is located between the 0382 and the 0618, which could usually present some good price action when in this zone, okay? So aside from the fact that the 618 is considered a golden mean or the golden ratio, right, you guys? So know your fibs. Know, and if you guys are actually curious over my settings, here they are, okay? If I can say anything here is that the 0786 is absolutely one that I usually don't use, okay? Gemology too, yeah. Oh, nice, very cool. I didn't know that. Thank you, Samantha. So yeah, these are my settings, guys. Take a screenshot of this if you would like to go ahead and replicate your fibs alongside mine, right? So I'm just gonna leave it up there for a quick little second for you, and that, yeah, you can always refer back to this, right? I get a lot of questions regarding this. Arca, what are your settings for your fib? How do you know this? How do you know that, right? So this is how it goes, you guys. So this is it right here. All right, so guys, let's go ahead and now end ticker symbol MULN, and let's go ahead and now start off with ticker symbol WISA. Okay, so let's go ahead and load it into the chart now. Let's see what we got. And I think this was the one that we just recently saw, right? On where are the dates? Where are the dates? Here it is. Perfect. All right. Wyckoff G, be careful looking into the 618 and 369. It's a deep hole. Oh my goodness, dude. I believe it so much. T Wood, that's right. So the last time that we were looking at, this actually had a 1-to-100 RS, or a reverse split. Okay, so that is essentially why we have flashed all of the price action to the upside in the manner of which you see it in. As I explained in the previous video, I have almost no edge on things like this. Thank you, Mark. Okay, and the reason why I'm saying that is because, I mean, we literally only have just a few candles to kind of go off. When we spoke about this was on, let's see, yeah, our last trading session, I suggested that the downside is more likely than not, and that would be in respects to the EMA 7 and the SMA 10, suggesting a continuation to the way down, and also as a guide. Okay, so if we're looking at the price action, it actually did continue to the downside. Very cool. Okay, but know that still the same area that I'm looking at here for ticker symbol WISA, with the very little information that I have now, is absolutely relevant to the 1-spot 618 at 525 and the 1-spot 272 at 577. Okay, and this is based off of a range. Okay, so it's not this candle here. I'm actually referencing this from a range for you to consider this area here. Okay, now please mind that this moving average here is the 30-day exponential, and it's absolutely in line within the range that we're talking about here. Okay, you guys, so I am still looking at the downside for WISA, and it's actually a little weak. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with a 30-minute immediate short-term time frame to see if we can gauge a type of edge for the coming session. Definitely know that we have that RSI signal coming right back down to face a support from not only the 14-day simple moving average, but also from the gravitational zone of the oversold percentile. Okay, if you want to know what that gravitational zone is, count 2% from any border. Okay, just like this, and you'll know that you're in that gravitational zone. 2% from any border. Okay, that's what I mean when I say it. I don't care to tell you guys my secrets. I don't care to tell you guys how I do it, because at the end of the day, it's not going to matter how I do it. What matters is how you do it. Okay, you guys, how you do it is how you do it, because it's your character, it's your persona and your style. Okay, so at the end of the day, I just want to share. The knowledge that I've gathered over time, right? So so everything is good. All right, so let's go ahead and now continue on the analysis. Buy hourly is suggesting sideways trading, okay? Very much in respects to what's happening to the broader market space, okay? So let me just go ahead and put that right back in here and continue on the analysis. Okay, so sideways trading, a little bit bullish, a little bit bearish. Why both? Well, because we're in the gravitational zone, and also we can be pulled into that following zone where the 14-day symbol is located in the other gravitational zone. So resistance, support, sideways trading still. 6-hour time frame. Let's see what it's got. Okay, limited upside on the 6-hour time frame. If we're going to reference the space between the RSI signal and the 14-day simple, definitely know that it could actually be at the most obvious target, which could be at the top side of our candle, right, at about 654, to this gap in the 6-hour. Usually when we have these gaps in play, they tend to serve as resistance from the downside to the upside. Okay, also the relevance between the EMA 7 and that gap support or resistance in this case, right, could also be that hint that we can continue on to the downside, okay, eventually reaching this target here. Let's continue. Let's see what the 12-hour has to say for us, okay? Johnny, actually, no, we haven't seen ticker symbol AMC, but actually that one is, let's see. That one is actually right after Tesla, which is after, yeah. So Tesla is after this. So yeah, let's continue, guys. A slight bearish action on the 12-hour here, and it looks like we're starting to lose a little bit of that bear strength, but it's very much in accordance to the data releases. Okay, you guys. So that's why I'm telling you guys that we're going to be seeing a lot of sideways trading. We're getting a little bit of a hint from that 14-day simple, suggesting a little bit of downside, right? Still suggesting a little downside and sideways trading on that daily. Let's see, the 3-day. Man, also. And let me go back to that buy daily and 3-day. Yeah. Oh my goodness, you guys. Yeah, still sideways trading, slightly bearish, slightly bullish. Remember that I am looking at a slight upside. If you are looking to maybe exit your position or liquidate position, then your best bet may actually be just shy of 671 or under that. Okay, 655 to 671 could be that eventual target for you to maybe consider liquidating there. Okay. As I'm not sure what's going to continue happening with WISA, okay? We need more data to be presented after the RS, and then we could continue on with this stuff, okay? So that is going to do it for ticker symbol WISA, okay, you guys? So know that I'm not going to rate this one either. This has a potential to trap some longs, so we're going to go ahead and make sure that we can keep the community safe from tickers that can actually consolidate for too long, right? We don't want them to consolidate, and we don't want to consider position on consolidation either. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and that was Robin, right? I got you, mi hermano Robin, I got you, my dude. So I just want to make sure that we do cover ticker symbol TSLA as it is of absolute importance for us to consider. Because it is a broader market dependent, or I mean, mega caps can actually curve the markets themselves. Okay, for example, when Netflix capitulated that one time months ago, man, it pressured the whole market space down. So just know. And in fact, remember when Luna crashed, and also when the whole Sam Bankman-Fried thing happened, right? How much longer I'm gonna be on Arca? I'm not understanding, Wyckoff G. Please go ahead and rephrase that for me, as I'm a little slow because I'm thinking, right? So if you guys remember that capitulation event that happened when Luna crashed in crypto, and also when the FTX scandal, when that capitulated, when Bitcoin faced that downside, it pressured the traditional markets down as well. So just know the power of highly valuated assets. They can pressure the markets down too. How much longer am I going to stream? Oh, my dude, I usually, if I started at 7:15, I usually stream for like 3 hours. So still chilling here, man. If you need to go and do your thing, please be my guest. In fact, please, can you tell me when you stream, by the way, so that the viewers in here can know where to find you, right? And also what times you stream, so that they can get some good information regarding your strategies, right? So once fix it, man. So they want to know how much longer you will continue. There we go. Got it, man. Thank you so much. I would likely be continuing for another couple hours for sure. Okay. So, okay. Gotcha. Monday through Thursday power hour, guys. So just know that the power hour is the last hour before closing of the markets. Okay. And that is when Wyckoff G is live, which I recommend for you to go and check him out. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and now, sorry, Mark, I'm going to go ahead and start, Tesla, now, but I'm going to go ahead and, open up a prior iteration here. I think it actually was this one here. Let's take, did I already have it up actually? Oh, I already have it. Good. So I'm going to get rid of this one over here and take a look at this section here. Okay. Perfect. So 11:36 p.m. Eastern time. Yes. What? Oh, that's where you are right now. Gotcha. Thank you so much. And, Rosie Gray Glasses, how you doing? If you only knew the power of high evaluated, oh my goodness, right? And I actually am not aware, as some people really are, but they have the power to do things of unknown, I mean, to retail, right? We don't even, we're talking about trillions of dollars. And per company, by the way. Let's look at what Tesla is actually evaluated at. Let's see where it's at. So you're looking at a float of about 2.69 billion, and the market cap is sitting at 622 billion. Oh my goodness, guys, look at that. Huge valuation. So Andrew Ann, how you doing? Arca, when you have time, please, can you look at ATVI? So just like I've been telling everybody on the stream, I will absolutely note it down. There is no guarantee that I can actually get to it today, as there is a heavy amount of requests, right? But nonetheless, I will make sure to write it down here for you, okay? So Andrew, you're talking about ticker symbol ATVI. Okay, so ATVI, we'll have it on there for you, my friend. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for visiting. Thank you for stopping by. Short Killer, are we still expecting GTII to drop? 2 videos ago, we had it headed towards a buck in the bottom, and so it flies upwards 25%. So it actually went down. It did. So it went from 142 to $1.08, of which I was thinking that we were gonna drop to 96 to 103. Okay, so I thought that we were going to do that drop there, but the drop could actually have already been faced, right? So dropping from 142 to 108, that's I was pretty close, but I missed my entry, just so you know, because my entry was at 103. Just to keep it transparent here, right, you guys? So now, officially, yet again, let's go ahead and start off with ticker symbol. Let's see, what is this called? TSLA. Okay, Tesla. Guys, Tesla, remember, this is absolutely a sympathy run, and everything will run on Tesla's movement as well. Okay, so man, let's start off. I want to start off with the immediate short-term time frame RSI. Okay, so it looks like there may be a limited upside here. But please notice that upside is actually very weak. It is within the bear strength percentile. We have to keep that in mind, okay? Let's move on to the buy hourly. Okay. Wow. People right outside my door. Get away. All right, so the buy hourly is suggesting a little bit of sideways trading too. If I'm going to tell you that this is a little bearish here, it would be in respect to the positioning of your RSI signal. Okay? And it's because it's in that gravitational zone. So as long as we are within this zone, there is that risk of actually continuing to the downside and then starting this ridiculous sideways trading price action. Okay, you guys, we're getting a little bit of a hint from that 14-day simple, but no, that is the buy hourly. These things tend to live out pretty fast. Let's go to the 6 hour. So the 6 hour is suggesting a continuation to the downside here, very much in respects to the target down here that we were already suggesting, 192.70. Okay, you guys. So let's continue on to the 12 hour. 12 hour is also suggesting a downside, but please notice that the pivot, this notch, is actually suggesting that the bears may be losing some strength. Again, very relevant to the target down here of about 192.77, still suggesting that even so. Okay, so if I'm gonna, let's see what our EMAs are doing. So resistance right above us. So the downside is actually a little more imminent, and it's actually a very short-term downside. It doesn't look to be a reversal of any sort. We must be careful here on the daily, though. Let's go ahead and zoom in very close and take a look here. We're in the process of making a very bearish cross of the SMA 14 and the RSI signal, right? So there is a little bit of danger here, but it doesn't mean that we can't actually just slightly fail it and then continue on to the upside, right? So this is, I mean, another thing to consider here is that we're in the gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile. So if we do fail it, there is that chance to where we can actually face a very short-term downside and then actually continue on to the upside. But please remember, dependent on CPI. Okay, so if it is going to be a loading zone for us, then we could likely load at that probably 194.63 to about 192.88. Okay, and now let's go ahead and just look at the buy daily. These are likely not going to matter because everything's going to get flashed upon the CPI read. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to leave it at the daily, and I'm going to tell you right now that the loading zone would essentially be actually, let me correct this. Now that we're looking at the daily, here's my correction for you. Okay, it's going to be between the SMA 7 and SMA 7. Sorry, oh my goodness, EMA 7 and the SMA 10, 189.67 to 194.50. Okay, that is essentially that loading zone. If we do get a good CPI read, guys, I can't stress enough how much I would really like for you to stay cash, for you to keep that dry powder in. If you are a seasoned trader, then you would know how to hedge against your positions and how to make money no matter which way CPI goes. But since I know that I'm speaking to some people who are very much beginners, I would strongly suggest to stay cash. Okay, wait for the better opportunities as they will present themselves after Tuesday. We're talking about Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, you guys, make sure to be safe. Make sure to respect your risk management. Keep those stop losses in place. Okay, because this can present infinite losses to the upside and to the downside. Okay, you guys, I really care about how you guys are looking at the market. So please know that. Okay, so Mark Roach saying Elon Musk had said for Tesla Investor Day, March 1st, Master Plan 3. Okay, the path of fully sustainable energy future on Earth will be presented. This was something that actually Mark Roach was very kind to share in the last Tesla review that we had in the last live stream, right? So this is incredible news. That, I mean, if it's a good enough catalyst, if the sentiment views it as powerful enough, man, we're due to break 200 again and continue on up, onwards and upwards. Right? So now let's go ahead and end it here for Tesla. I'm not going to give you the upsides just yet, guys, because I promise you that, okay, if you absolutely need to know the upsides, the most obvious one is going to be $214 to the SMA 200 on the daily, 225.79. But I can't promise that. I can't promise anything. Okay? I'm just saying that the upside can lead to that, but there could also be a massive bull trap here depending on CPI, okay? Mark Roach saying it's actually huge news, which is very likely why Tesla has made this, 7 million% move to the upside. It's looking very healthy. It's looking very good. Okay, back to 400 in my opinion. That's the 400 would be bull cycle highs. That would be incredible. And actually Tesla would essentially move broader markets up. So, or actually anything within the sector. I'm talking about electric, EVs, and all that good stuff. Everything would probably kind of go up, but we'd have to just see that stuff, right? Regardless of his plans, I think we're still dependent on the CPI for the short term, for the very short term. Remember that after CPI, there's other economical releases too. We're looking at core CPI still. We're looking at PPE. There's still so many other data metrics that we're waiting for. Also, I believe earnings season is coming in for a few other tickers as well. Yeah, guys, it's going to be pretty important times coming in. So let's just keep an eye. So the all-time high for Tesla was 414.50. Very cool. Yeah, man, I can see it beat it for sure, especially with this move that it made. This is a macro reversal move. And the fact that we actually failed the fourth test, the broadening descending wedge right now, is suggesting a macro continuation. And the take profit for this formation itself, per the trading rules, is 414.50. So very likely we can get there in a few months. If not sooner, depending on FOMO, right? But Tesla is looking good. Tesla is still looking good. All right. So, guys, in fact, I think we're probably, in respects to CPI data, I am not going to rate anything tonight at all. Okay. So I want to make sure that we leave retail safe. I don't want to rate something and then have you guys kind of like think like, okay, well, Arca said, and this is going to go up or whatever. No, none of that. Okay. I want to make sure that I'm not trying to punish anyone. I'm just trying to make sure that we're all safe. Okay, so we're not going to be rating anything tonight whatsoever. Okay, you guys, I want to make sure that you guys know that I am serious about the implications of trading or betting CPI. Okay, it's like betting on Jay Powell. Okay, it's literally 50-50 here. All right, everything is looking good in the macroeconomic space. I agree. Okay, but still, we have to keep in consideration that things can go south really fast, especially since we're so overextended already. Okay, you guys. So let's go ahead and now move on to ticker symbol AMC and Robin La Antigua. I hope you're still there, mi hermano. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at that now. Okay, so I know that I actually released a video for AMC already. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and highlight what we talked about in that video and move along accordingly. Okay, you guys. Now let me just make sure. I'm really OCD like this. Can you believe me? Like this is something that I do all the time. I have to have it in a specific place. I don't know. Maybe that's why it works so well, right? Rosy Gray Glasses, what's up? World events can change things too, like China invading Taiwan. Oh, absolutely. You know what's also changing the world? The shooting down of the thing in Montana, and the shooting down of the thing in Canada, and the supposed air balloons or whatever, the surveillance balloons or whatever. Oh my goodness, that's literally having us move in weird ways, right? But yeah, world events are absolutely relevant to price action. Not to mention the virus that we had recently, right? I don't want to get banned or demonetized for saying weird things, but you know what I mean. So okay, so let's go ahead and now Minnesota? Minnesota? Is that where it is? Are you talking about Minnesota or Michigan? Over Lake Huron? Oh my goodness. I don't believe it, bro. Why? What are they? Are they for... China was saying that they had surveillance balloons or whatever, but that was super sketchy. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. And I really, really severely do not know. Is that number 4 now? I think 4 was Montana. And I think number 5 could be Lake Huron. Oh, man. Yeah. I have no idea what those things are, man. They shot 2 down yesterday? My goodness. Michigan was today. Oh, okay. Michigan. I thought it was Montana today. Oh, my goodness. What is happening? What is that? I'm super curious. I've been watching the updates on that. And they're everywhere. Ed Prince in Montana and Lake Huron were the same. Oh, okay. Gotcha. It's a balloon party? Crazy times indeed. Oh my goodness, man. Those things, I don't know how I'm saying that it can affect price action because like the US was straight up, like they straight up flipped China on their bellies by saying, hey, it was China. They put a balloon over here. Why are you putting a balloon there if we can't even fly a drone over there? Like, you're shooting down drones. Like, oh, I don't know, man. Cal actually shared a very good video with me regarding that. It was so cool. But yeah, you guys, you know what? Somebody step into ChatGPT and ask why we're getting all those balloons. Why is there a balloon party? Maybe ChatGPT knows something that we don't. Oh, God. Anyway, guys. Let me go ahead and start off ticker symbol AMC now so that we can get that true edge for tomorrow, right, you guys? So in a macro perspective here, okay, you guys, macro perspective, we are rising. We are actually, these are a series of higher lows. Very good stuff here, okay? So we're looking at a series of higher highs and higher lows in a macro perspective in what's called an ascending channel, okay? Very interesting price action on both of these iterations as we are looking at two broadening descending wedges, which, by the way, one of them was throughout what could have been a bull cycle, right? Actually, there was a very weird time in 2018, 2019, but following into 2021 and 2020, this was a huge bull cycle, right? So, and then we started capitulating. Why? Because of all the speculation and all the crap that's happening here. Very interesting double bottom here too. So now in respects to the current broadening descending wedge, we're looking at test number 1, 2, 3, 4. We have that failure, and now we're likely trying to make that upside continuation for a breakout of test number 5. If you are curious over why I have this here, if you haven't seen my videos, right? So this is a smaller scale broadening descending wedge viewed from the daily time frame, okay? So you're looking at a buy formation here, okay? So this buy formation is suggesting a breakout out of the macro formation. So you can see here that we have test number 1, 2, 3 capitulation, and now number 4 with a capitulation too. We're likely having a reaccumulation phase here before an upside continuation. Very nice price action at the end of the day on Friday, right? But I still do not see this as the continuation to the upside. I really do think that we still have to touch, first of all, at about $5.02, followed by a continuation and reaccumulating right down here before a massive move. Okay, you guys, so this massive move could essentially have us to rip to the top side of this channel here, of the wedge, right, which would be at about 579. Before a small retracement to 550 and then a reaccumulation to continue on breaking out for sure. Okay, you guys, we did catch this downside looking at this bearish engulfing on a daily, right? This is why we look at some candle analysis, a little silly, but still relevant. Okay, you guys, so I'm still looking at a little bit of a downside continuation here, but this is not a reversal by any means. In fact, it could be a validation yet again of our very bottom support from our macro channel, right? So this is a good thing. Okay, so if we're referencing the channel touches, we have only faced one touch, aside from the fact that where it started, right? So arguably two, right? So you're looking at 1 and 2. Okay, so meaning that if we're rising on an ascending channel, then naturally the upside would literally continue all the way the hell up there, right? So over time, if it isn't that we just get a massive FOMO explosion, right? And then we get like good CPI read, then the good CPI read would essentially, help AMC get up to higher targets from where we were at about 690, 680 before coming back down, re-evaluating this newly converted resistance into support before continuing on to break out of the macro broadening descending wedge, fulfilling its target at about $10.83, then retracement, validation, continue on up. Okay, the natural take profit of this broadening descending wedge would be located on, let's go to the 5-day. There we go. And I'm not sure why my lines are slightly moved right now, but there we go. Okay, so that natural take profit would literally be located right at, why are my lines so crooked? Oh my goodness. I hate it. Okay, would be at about 34.31. Okay, so that's just per the trading book rules of this formation. Okay, so very much like what happened right over here. Okay, the take profit for this was about 10.29, and as you can see here, it actually went right at it. Okay, so the breakout can actually be that form of taking that price objective. So you take it from the lowest point to the highest point, right? And then also that would suggest a very similar target to where we were, right? So the price action ended up going slightly under the price suggested, but the trading rules are more popular to take them from the genesis of the formation, okay? The profit. So it looks like, it's smack in the middle of the breakout area and the price objective. Very nice price action before a continuation on. This was the January up run, or the run up. Okay, so for the shorter term time frame, let's reference that real fast. Okay, so this is why I'm suggesting that there could be a continuation to the downside even still. First of all, volatility, we're expanding. That's nice. And we're expanding a little aggressively while momentum is faced towards the downside. Volatility is direction neutral. We get the Chiefs won. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Oh man, the Eagles. Poor guys. So please look at this. It's gonna continue on to the downside alongside expansion. This is very likely a reaccumulation phase. Okay, so I'm a fan over what's happening. Now, if you're curious, over the touch down here is very much in line with the macro touch right down here. Okay, so it's all correlating. Okay, so this is still the area that I'm looking at. If I'm going to give you that target, 442 to about 455. And let's go ahead and just reference momentum. Okay, we have sideways trading, sideways on the bi-hourly, sideways trading, slightly bearish on that 6 hour. We have sideways trading on that 12 hour, slightly bearish. Okay, we still have, and now into the daily, this is where it's at. Okay, so we still have some downside continuation, and it shows that the 3-day is suggesting a limited downside continuation. Okay, so this is why I'm still giving you that target of about, here it is. Once again, 455 to about 442 for AMC. Okay, you guys, so that's likely a very important area, not only because of the broadening descending wedge, but also because of this channel. Okay, so looking at it in a smaller time frame absolutely helps. Okay, so reaccumulation here before a continuation onto the upside, just like we did here. We broke out, we came back and tested here, tested there. Likely we need to test again because we're somehow not ready for it, right? And then we would continue on. Mark Roach, be safe, be well. Thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. Good to see you here. All right, so let's go ahead and now end the analysis for AMC. And of course, you guys, we're going to go ahead and leave this as a no rating, okay? So definitely know that I'm expecting a little bit of a continuation to the downside so that we can allow some more longs to get in for an upside continuation, okay? Things are looking good, okay? We're making a series of higher highs, a series of higher lows, and yeah, so everything is looking nice, okay, you guys? So now let's go ahead and move on to ticker symbol IONQ. Okay, so IONQ, very curious ticker here. All right, so I was able to get this one, Kello, and I wonder if Mark Roach is actually Roche, like Roche. I'm not actually sure how to pronounce your name, my dude, but you know, I got you. Love you, buddy. Be safe, be well, have a good night. All right, so IONQ. Let's see. No rating for any tickers, my brother. That's my promise that I made everybody just a few minutes ago. We're not going to rate anything because it's just, I want everybody to be safe. I don't want anybody to just kind of FOMO into something because I said so, right? So it's just CPI read is too important for us to consider. Steven, what's up, man? So thankful for this new time Arca. Oh my goodness, this is a very rare time that I'm doing it, right, my dude? I wanted to make sure to give some East Coast people. I wanted to give them, the opportunity to come and see a live in real time, right? All right, so let's go ahead and now continue on the analysis with IONQ. Okay, right off the bat, I've actually noticed a drive of hidden bearish divergence printed on the 12-hour chart. Okay. So if you don't know what divergence is, it's actually the opposition of price action versus momentum, and in this case, momentum represented by this indicator RSI, Relative Strength Index. Okay, so we are making a series of higher highs, and we have a higher low in price action, okay? So, or a lower high, sorry. So this is why I'm saying that there is one potential for a downside continuation, which is still in play, by the way. I like the bounce that we faced over here, but I'm not sure that that's it. Let's reference now the tests of resistance. We have this is not a test of the channel. I'm sorry, this is not a test, okay? So we actually started here. So we're looking at test number 1, 2, and a very, very speculative test 3, followed by a test number 4 breakout, which only insinuates that the downside is in respects to coming back down to test our newly converted resistance into support. Okay, so if that's the case, then yeah, you know what? Then that's great news. That's great news. Because this thing could be prepping for an upside continuation in a macro perspective. The other thing is that there could be. I'm not sure about this one because I even tried to draw my lines over it. It was a little forced, right? But there is a chance that this thing is building an ascending broadening wedge as well. But I'll show you. And this is essentially what it looks like, right? So if that is the case, then this is man. If that's the case, then this is a bearish formation because we have test number, it would be 1 collectively here, and 2. Okay, so if we have test number 2, and we're regaining the inside of this wedge, then that would only indicate that we can actually continue on to the upside, and upon breaking out in this wedge, this would essentially tell us that this is actually a very rare breakout to the upside, as broadening descending wedges usually break down. Okay, so I just want you to be very, very careful here with this. Okay, so let me actually say, man. Oh, let's refer to momentum and see what we have. Okay, 30-minute immediate short term. Let's see. So it's suggesting some upside already, and we are using that 14-day simple. Nice. Okay, let's see the buy hourly. Bi-hourly suggesting an upside continuation, which is absolutely in relevance to the number 2 touch before a continuation to the upside. The 6 hour is suggesting a limited upside, but that is in respects to several areas of resistance being here. I can show you right away. Actually, it would be right in this zone here, okay, in respects to this candle closure here, to this candle opening here, and these resistance touches here, this candle wick low. And yeah, so it's very likely that we can actually face some resistance there. Let me just try to make this a little extended. Yeah, it's a target that has high relevance, right? Lots of activity within this. Look at the perfect touch there. Okay, so yeah, so in this case, I can see a limited upside on the 6 hour, which is absolutely pertinent to reclaiming the inside of the wedge, which would essentially mean that we actually have a resistance touch followed by a validation of support and then a continuation to the upside. Let's go to the 12 hour. 12 hour is suggesting slightly bullish, right? And this is slightly bearish. That means that opposition is suggesting consolidation. On the 12 hour though, that's a little bit of a larger time frame. The daily is suggesting that overall upside, and it's suggesting a limited upside. Very much in respects to the same target that we're looking at here. Let's see the buy daily. Okay, so the buy daily is suggesting a limited downside, which, by the way, is the limited downside that we can face after this. So meaning we can make an upside to the 506 to 502, right? Then the buy daily succeeds. We come back down to our current lows, which would be sharing, it would be confluent to the support bottom of the wedge, which what I said, right? So we can actually go up, come back down, validate the support, and also these areas here. Oh man, there is a. So we recently closed a gap. Okay, so we just closed that gap. Very nice. That presents a second possibility here. Okay, so let me just go ahead and tell you how that is. Okay, so if there is a gap here and we can use it for future iteration, so that means that we can actually succeed the upper end of this resistance zone that we're looking at, and then we can come back and test the top side of our gap as of support before continuing on to the upside to touch our test number 3 and see what happens from there. Okay, so the buy daily is suggesting that, and also the 3-day, and now I imagine the 5-day as well. Okay, man, that's all consolidation, guys. So the price action is very much limited to the shorter term time frame. So we would essentially be trading in this area like this. Consolidation, okay? So we would have to first make the move to the upside to find that consolidation area, and then we would get trapped. Okay, so this is going to be IONQ is going to take a while for this to break out. It looks like there's something. It looks like there's something happening, or there could be a type of fundamental catalyst in play that still needs to. So let's see, French quantum computer startup, right? Yeah, I'm not. Jumps 9. Okay, that was just a runner. Okay, yeah. So like I said, guys, this thing is prepping for an upside continuation because of a macro breakout, but we still need to validate things within it. That's essentially what I'm looking at for ticker symbol IONQ. And yet again, guys, we're going to make sure to leave no rating on this, right? Guys, we're moving pretty nicely. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tickers already out of the way. My goodness. Good stuff. JDXL, good to see you in here, my dude. Good to see you. And One Fixed It Man, thank you so much for the call time. 9 p.m. for IONQ. Gotcha. Okay. Andrew, what is up, my dude? Good to see you here. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Tried to start the stream a little bit earlier, right? So that we can get some more people in here. I assume that now the East Coast people may start to drop out a little bit because it's getting a little late, right? So it's midnight for the East Coast right now. All right, and I assume that now we're going to start gaining some more of the West Coast people. Now it actually just jumped up. Nice. Okay, guys, so that was it for ticker symbol IONQ. Let's go ahead and now move on to ticker symbol TYDE, TYDE, which is Cryptide. Okay, so IONQ has no rating, guys. Remember, we're not going to be rating any of these tickers, okay, you guys? So let's reference TYDE, okay? So I was told that the price action ended up doing what I said it was going to do. I was very curious over if it was going to do it or not, but not curious enough for me to look, right? But it did actually make that downside that we were looking at. And let's see. Nia Jakebo, what's up? Good evening to you, my dude. Good evening. Good to see you here again. Okay, so let's reference our moving averages and also momentum. Okay, so if we're looking at the macro perspective here, again, broadening descending wedge. Okay, so if you guys are not actually, you know what, let me just block the visibility here and explain what I'm looking at. Okay, so I'm presenting two types of traders here. Okay, so we're looking at one trader trading the broadening descending wedge following the golden rule of three very nicely. We have test number 1 of the resistance, 2 and 3, the capitulation event, right? Reaccumulation as well. And then it looks like we're at that macro bottom, okay? Because please know that there's not a lot of information for Cryptide. It hasn't been trading that long, I guess. So we're at that macro bottom already, and it could be that 1730. So it looks like we're starting to bounce from there, okay? So because of this is the reason why I'm saying that we could be in preparation for making the true breakout test number 4. Okay, thanks, one fixing man. Thank you so much. And so this is now. Well, you know, let's get the moving averages. I'm not gonna jump the gun so that I could just dip out of this and be like, well, it's gonna go here, it's gonna go there. Goodbye. I don't want to do that either, right? It's a little insensitive, right? So we have the SMA 10 right above us. Let's get a little surgical with it. Let's add the EMA 7 and 30. So still very much in relevance here. So it looks like we have already converted this into an absolute form of resistance. It doesn't take a mathematician to see that this is an absolute bearish candle. Let's see what happened in the after hours. So 1792. Okay. Man, if we're going to face a downside, it would be very limited to that 1730. Okay, so I just want you guys to be very careful, as I am seeing this 1730 to be high relevance. Why? Because of the 2-spot 618. That 2-spot 618 is very important here. Okay, you guys, let's reference momentum. 30-minute immediate short-term time frame for TYDE is suggesting a little bit of sideways trading, of course, right? Because that's the economic data release. Everything is suggesting that. Sideways trading on the bi-hourly as well, slightly bearish with the 14-day simple moving average suggestion. Okay, the 6-hour suggesting some sideways trading as well. We have a little bearish price action happening on that 14-day simple. We are very close to that gravitational zone here. Okay, so that can present a little bit of danger, but let's continue. The 12-hour also sideways trading, slightly bearish over here. Okay, so. And we're definitely within the gravitational zone. So a downside could be expected there, but everything is still very much consolidation. The daily is suggesting a continuation to the downside nonetheless. Let's see the bi-daily downside and also limited downside on the 3-day. Okay, so limited downside on the 3-day could present a new all-time low. Okay, so that all-time low is actually not too far away though, because if we're looking at, actually, let me see the daily. I'll do it from the daily iteration. Okay, so let's see. From the wick low to the actually range low to range high, in an inverse manner on the daily, we have a very relevant zone. I was actually going to tell you 1621, but 1661 is of high relevance here. The 1-spot 618 could very much be the new 52-week low for this one. Okay, so this could be a likely area for us to find a bounce. Before, I don't want to say a continuation to the upside indefinitely. It's just that this looks like it has a lot to resolve still. Okay, T Wood, have a good night. Good to see you here. I'll catch you in the cord. Right. So, oh, there it is. Nothing I can do with that other than the fact that it's suggesting sideways trading. So we're still in consolidation, slightly bearish. I'm expecting a downside continuation by Tuesday. And likely to, like what I said, guys, 1661 at the 1-spot 618 before a bounce. And that bounce is literally going to have us test our current lows of about 1793. And we may be trapped in this range after that. Okay, but we need to see what's going to happen alongside BBIG, alongside the macroeconomic data releases and all that stuff. Okay, you guys. So definitely know that I am looking at TYDE a little bit lower before a continuation on sideways, and then maybe an upside. Okay, you guys. So again, please remember that I am not rating the tickers today, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this as a no rating, and that is officially ending. Ticker symbol TYDE. Let's go ahead and now reference ticker symbol APPL. This is going to be Apple. Another blue chip stock over here. Please go ahead and take a look at the cap and the float. Okay, we have this massive cap at 2.389 trillion, you guys. That is T as in Tom, T as in trillion. All right, the float is a massive 15.7, almost 15.8 billion. Okay, so this is high valuation. Okay, you guys, very cool stuff here. I just wanted to share with you that the mega caps are in the trillions. So this being one of them. Just one of them, by the way. So, Janus, what's up, man? I'll go ahead and list it in the list. I gotta tell you, man, I do have a massively full schedule. So many requests coming in, but no matter what, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it in here just in case. Okay, if I'm unable to get it done today, we'll get it done another day. All right, my dude. So we're looking at ticker symbol. What did you say? FNGR. Okay. All right, it's on the list, my dude. Let's go ahead and continue our analysis. So ticker symbol Apple, APPL. All right, so let's look at this. This is absolutely broader market influence, just like always, you guys. And what we could be doing right now is actually that massive breakout, just very similar to Tesla. Okay, take a look at, where the hell is it? There it is. So please look at Tesla on the macro, right? See, let me go ahead and just block the visibility. Take a look at this, right? And now take a look at Apple. See, very similar, very similar price action, okay? Very similar to Tesla. So, and the reason why I bring this up, guys, is because it's running with the broader markets, right? These are essentially Apple and all these, they're all dictating the markets. So, let's see. Samantha H at Arca, One Fixed Man, is doing a great job with timekeeping. One Fixed Man, why are you helping me so much, my dude? I appreciate you so much. Are you a part of the Discord by any chance? And also, I'm asking because if you would like to take a mod position, please reach out to me on Discord or Twitter DM or my email located here on the about section of the YouTube, right? So just make sure to click on that for business inquiries, and then you'll find my email there. And then you can always reach out to me DMs on Twitter and Discord, right? I'm always available. But please, if you are considering that, reach out to me and we'll go ahead and talk. And as the moderators know, there's actually a bunch of perks, right? There's a bunch of perks for the moderators. Detail freak, I feel you. Me too. Andrew, Arca, so foreshadowing good CPI data on a market pump, man. There's a lot of tickers that are, man, how can I say this so it's not like encouraging, right? So it's not it's appropriate to assume a good CPI read based on the positioning of the macro formation. So in this case, like if you're looking at it like this, right? So let me just go ahead and make these lines touch nicely. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, just like the macro perspective, test of the resistance, right? And then we have that upside breaking out on true test number 5, right? So usually when we have price action breaking out on a test number 5 of a broadening descending wedge, which, by the way, I can actually complete. Sorry about that. I tend to do things like this just in a rush all the time because I just want to get my point across, right? So if we're breaking out on test number 5, which is also a true breakout, then there is the potential of coming back down to test our newly converted resistance into support before a continuation. Test number 4 is the more likely breakout, but test number 5 is essentially the second one. But once you start failing this, if we don't break out on 6 and 7 start presenting a downside continuation. And that continuation for 6 and 7 is kind of comparable to test number 3. Okay, so there is a danger here. Indra, good to see you. I know I actually started streaming a little earlier than normal, but good to see you here. Glad to share a coffee with you. Actually, I'm drinking water. Okay, let's see. Please go ahead and just understand that the price action is insinuating that we're going to get a good CPI read. But I'm not sure that that's enough, right? Because the Fed can essentially turn the lights off on all of us at any moment. Samantha, I'm sorry, did I miss that? And let me go ahead and just reference that real quick. So actually, GFAI is on the list. Like I said earlier, you guys, if I'm not able to get to it, then I will go ahead and try to cover it in the following sessions, right? So to be fair, that is about 4 tickers away. Okay, so GFAI, I mean. Start 4 tickers after this one. So let's go ahead and now pull up our moving averages, as I already do have them up, and momentum. Okay, so we can see right now that we have a very, very strong area of support. If you remember what I talk about, Wyckoff G, good night everyone. Good night, Arca. Thanks for the stream. Drop a like. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much, Wyckoff G. I'll catch you later, my dude. And I will go ahead and make sure to remind everybody that you're on live at the Power Hour, Mondays through Thursdays, guys. Make sure to make a note of that and visit Wyckoff G's YouTube and say hello. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. Make sure to hit that like and be safe, be well, my dude. Good trading. Happy trading tomorrow. All right, so guys, please notice that we have a very strong area of support being the SMA 200, and these are the first indications of a potential bull cycle starting. Okay, and why do I say that? Is because if you look back historically, if we're above the SMA 200, we're usually in a bullish stance, right? So just like this, look at this. We had a bear cycle starting right down here, right? That's why I said that there was a weird situation in 2018, 2019. That was that bear cycle. We went under the SMA 200 and we reclaimed it, but then we failed it. Right. But so it's very touchy. But if you can see, we were just running above the 200. You know, we have those areas to where we capitulate and then we continue. Right. But for the general part, being in a bullish formation is being above the SMA 200. Now, please notice what's happening here. Just like before, we've broken it and reclaimed it. We're testing it and knocking at that door. We broke it again. So now that absolute test is going to be dependent on CPI, I'm afraid. Okay, because this would essentially entail that the SMA 200 would be that final and absolute test before a rip to the upside, which would coincide with the fact that we're breaking out of test number 5 and also a true breakout from the broadening descending wedge. Okay, so now let's go ahead and reference to the shorter term time frame RSI. Okay, so we have a little bit of sideways trading on the RSI, more so this one than any other ticker, and including Tesla as well, right? Because, these guys are going to move it all. So the buy hourly still suggesting a little bit of sideways trading, very much in correlation to the CPI data release as well. Sideways trading, slightly bearish on the 14-day simple on the 6-hour. Let's go to the 12-hour and see sideways. Man, this is almost perfectly sideways trading on that 12-hour. The daily sideways trading and the buy daily is suggesting a potential short-term downside. But by the time this actually reaches that downside, it would likely be finding the SMA 14 and the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile as support before a continuation onto the upside. So yeah, that's not bad. We've been above this. Wow, really? It's almost, man, it's just over a month that we've been over the 14-day simple on a buy daily. That's very bullish. Okay, you guys. So if we're going to be looking at any type of downside, it would likely be faced on a CPI miss, but everything is suggesting sideways thus far. Okay, for ticker symbol Apple. We want to be careful when we convert that SMA 10 on the upper term time frames, like the 12-hour and well, the daily actually succeeded it, right? Let me just look at this here, 150, 101. So it stayed there. Okay, so the daily has it as support. That's very nice. But if we're trading on the 12-hour, it has turned into resistance, which would essentially tell us that we actually kind of have to come back down to 146.07 before a continuation onto the upside. There's no way I can tell you whether it's going to do that or not, because momentum is literally sideways. And in respects, yet again, to the CPI data release and the economical data, okay? Remember, if you haven't noted it in your calendars, absolutely remember that CPI is going to be released on Tuesday, the 14th, this 14th, talking about 2 days from now, right? And it's going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, okay? That is where you can find, or that time actually is where you can expect the markets to react based on a CPI miss or CPI beat. But yeah, everything is suggesting that we may actually have a foreshadowed bullish read. A CPI beat could be in the cards here, which would be incredible for everyone, really. Okay, so let's go ahead and now end ticker symbol APPL, and that, again, guys, it's just going to have no rating. Remember, the better opportunities for trading are going to be presented after CPI. Okay, you guys, we still have to wait. We still have to wait for a few other economical data releases like PPE and stuff. So we'll keep an eye out for those things, guys. But please be careful in the markets. Okay. So I wanna take a look at ticker symbol GMBL. This was one of them that I owed from the prior live stream, right? So if we're looking at ticker symbol GMBL, I'm gonna officially start it now, you guys. By the way, so ticker symbol GMBL is writing two potential formations, of which I think I favor one. Okay, so the one that I'm favoring is not the solid line. The one that I'm favoring is actually the falling wedge, and particular to the touches of support, because the touches of support in respects to the touches of resistance would essentially validate the formation in the first place. Okay, so it looks like we got our first touch of the support on a descending triangle, which, by the way, I favor, right? So, I mean, I absolutely would think that this would be the best way. Actually, you know what? I think I can do that. Hold on just a quick sec. I think I see somebody asking me for that. All right, hold on just a quick moment, you guys. So, other than the fact that it's already listed here, look, all the live streams, right? So let's see. So this is so far what we've looked at, right? And we are right now on ticker symbol GMBL. So I'm gonna take this and actually paste it right. Oof, I'm a little bit over. Hold on just a sec. 421, man. Yeah, that's gonna be a little difficult. So ticker symbol WISA. Hold on. Starting from COSM. Okay. All right. So, oh man, it's gonna appear a little weird, right? But that's gonna be a little. You know what? I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure out how to do that. Thank you so much for asking, by the way, Andrew. I'm gonna figure out how to try to do that, right? But that's gonna present some type of challenge. But even still, right, I can just go ahead and include what we've done thus far. Ah, man. Ugh, that looks ugly, guys. Sorry about that. So, but know that they're here. They're already here, right? Screenshot it and take a look at what we've done so far. It's literally to this point, and we're sitting at GMBL right now. You're able to see that, right? By the way, you're able to see this list. That, you know what? That could be something that I can implement in general. So thank you, Andrew, for giving me that suggestion. I know that you were asking Cal, but this is a lot for me to have them do. You know what I mean? So we'll figure this out nonetheless. All right. So I just wanted to share that with you. So let's get rid of that, and let's see. All right. Let's go ahead and now continue on. Very good deal here, guys. Okay, so I'm favoring the falling wedge here, and remember those touches, right? So let's go ahead and now get our moving averages, and also get our momentum up and running. Please notice that by the way, both of the formations are bullish. They are suggesting an upside. Now the right angle triangle, or the descending triangle, is, however, both bullish and bearish. It can be played both ways. Okay, but in this case, I don't think that that would be the case. That would essentially take us down to about 3 cents. I don't think that it has the liquidity for it to drop that far. As I mean, this is barely making the lows, right? So it looks like it's been breaking the trend already, and it's already breaking market structure as it is. Okay, so very curious here that we actually tried to break or cover this gap, but we still have a little bit to go. And it looks like we were, oh man, just barely, almost covered it. Okay, so now in order for us to figure out the price objective of this triangle, there are 2 ways to do it. For the shorter term, I would favor, and remember the breakout usually happens to about 70% to the apex of the triangle. Okay, so in this case, if we were to break out at 70%, which could arguably be here, we can take a trend line from the top side of the triangle to the lower end and then apply it to this upside, which would tell us that in a short term, we can move up to 1232, right? But I mean, this would essentially have to chop around until we get there, which would be by Tuesday or Wednesday, if we were to consider the 70%, right? Which it's around this area. Now, the other way, to look at the overall price objective, which is a little bit more of a popular way of looking at it, would actually be from the top side of the triangle to the lower end of the price action, right? Which would be just right about here, right? So from that area, we also apply it to the supposed area of breakout, and then this would essentially tell us that we would go to about 20 cents or 1975, which is absolutely high relevance to the opening of this candle here, to the opening of this huge spinning top doji, and I'm sure other places as well. Also, the support or the resistance top of this gap. Okay, so that's essentially what it's telling us there, and I wouldn't be surprised if we actually saw a golden mean right around that area either. Okay, so actually it would take us right above the 2.618, almost to the 3.272. Okay, so very interesting price action happening here. So let's just see if what side this is favoring though, right? So let's go and open up momentum and look at the immediate short-term time frame. All right, so we have a limited downside here to the 14-day simple. It could very well be in respect to that SMA 10 here at about 874. Let's continue. Bi-hourly is let's see. The bi-hourly is suggesting a limited upside. Very likely could be at that SMA 10. Let's load up our EMAs as well. Okay, so let's see what we have. Okay, so the EMAs are already pretty much facing that resistance. Okay, so now there could be a range for the immediate short term for tomorrow. Okay, but this is not suggesting a bullish outlook just yet. In fact, it looks like a temporary upside located between 908 to about, I can actually do it like this. If I click on it like that, then you see the 2 targets right over here, 935 to about 907. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move on to the 6 hour and see what we have. Okay. This is pretty nice. I like that. It's just a 6 hour. I just don't like that it's on a 6 hour time frame. And it looks like we're getting an uptick in buy volume as well. Let me just go ahead and make that a little brighter for you to see, okay? Just like this and just like this, okay? There we go. So you can see that we're starting to get a pretty nice pump in volume. And in fact, this, in a 6 hour iteration, 3.42 million, the volume is right up here. You can actually see it. When I hover over the volume, you'll see the value there. You see it? 3.42. The volume on the prior day, 854,000. Oh, man. So we're getting a nice uptick in volume. That's bullish, but let's go ahead and validate, okay? Daily is still suggesting some downside, okay? I like the print so far, but this actually I would like for it to be a longer wick to the bottom in order for us to kind of utilize this as a bullish hammer at the end of a downtrend, which would suggest a reversal, right? So now the daily is still suggesting the downside, right? Sorry, I meant the 12 hour before, right? So on a daily iteration, it's nice, like I said, but still, it's just I still really would like for a longer wick to the downside. Okay, it's still showing bearish, and it's still showing some downside to be faced. Let's see the buy daily. The buy daily is now telling us that it's limited. Okay, so did I actually cover GTII today? I actually, Steven, I don't think I covered it. Hold on, let me see. COSM. No, I have not covered GTII today. And I have, Steven, I have kind of a crazy schedule still, my dude. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to get to it, but definitely check out I'm sure you already checked it out, but definitely check out the video that I put up, because that is it's actually regarding tomorrow. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. So One Fixed Man actually meant for you to check out the previous videos. And yeah. Literally the videos that I posted. Sorry about that. Oh yeah. I'm sure you did. You're always in contact with me, man. So I believe you. All right. So sideways trading on the 3-day, and also sideways trading on the buy daily, suggesting a potential end to that downside. So that is still leaving me with the potential of us touching back down, or validating this, not this, I'm sorry, I'm just going to get rid of that because I don't believe in that, for us to actually come right back down to this support line, okay? So if we can, over the next day, there is the potential that we can touch back down at 839 and then face another bounce, but then essentially range trade until this reaches maybe the 70%, which could be potentially, let's see, February 17th or February 21st. It could be right around there. Okay. Remember, it has to be to when we're at about 70% to the apex. So if I'm just going to extend the lines a little bit like this, so you can actually really see, this is the apex of the triangle. So 70% would, more or less be around here. Okay. So around this area is where we can actually expect this thing to break out. If it is that FOMO or psychological event, or some type of fundamental catalyst doesn't come in and take precedence, right, and actually just invalidates the entire theory itself, and then pushes this to the upside and to the moon, right? So in that case, I can take a bow, right? JDXL, hi Arca, do you have time to do LCID and GME? Thanks. So JDXL, I actually have still such a massive schedule. I don't think I'm going to be able to even get through this, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on the list no matter what. Okay, my dude. So you're looking at Lucid, right? And also you're looking at GME. I've been getting so many requests to do GME, like an official, I'm talking about like an official video. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make a poll over here. So should I cover GME as a dedicated video? Dedicated video. Let's see, or a dedicated thread of analysis is what I'm going to call it. And I'm going to make this poll. Just please go ahead and refer to it, right? As I want to see what the overall sentiment is saying about this. Should I cover GME as a dedicated thread of analysis, aka video? All right, and go ahead and let's see. Let's ask the community. There you go, guys. Please refer to the poll and let me know what you guys think. What I should do with GME, because I've gotten a few requests regarding the. Regarding me covering it. So I'm talking about like covering it for real though, like not just a whatever thread. So to actually just put together like a real video for it and seeing the possibilities. As I've actually never really covered GME. I've only done it for one person, and that was a few weeks ago. All right. Thank you so much. Please go ahead and vote, and we will go ahead and revise or review the results later on. Right, you guys? So. Let's go ahead and now continue on Gamble here, or GMBL, right? So it's still, guys, remember, 70% is essentially the area where I'm looking at. If we are going to break to the upside, it's a likelihood, because it is a falling wedge. Those usually present the upside. Okay, you guys. So, but still, this is going to be facing some downside, some sideways trading here, some chop action, right, until it's ready to break out. And that is going to do it for ticker symbol GMBL. And yet again, guys, we're going to go ahead and make sure to not leave a rating because we want to make sure that our communities are safe and away from gambling the money. All right, so GMBL, it is done now. So let's go ahead and now move on to ticker symbol AVRO. I'm actually not familiar with that ticker, really. So let's see. All right, so in reference to ticker symbol AVRO, there are a few things to take a look at here, okay? First of all, not first and foremost. I think actually it's on the bi-daily or the 3-day. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let me get rid of the SMAs so that we can gain some good visibility. And yes, that's absolutely right. No rating on GMBL. Okay, guys, so please go ahead and notice this. We have 3 drives of hidden bearish divergence on the 3-day. Okay, so if we're looking at 3 days right here of bearish divergence, this is likely to face some downside coming in, okay? We did make a very nice breakout out of a bullish formation, and that is a descending channel. I like it. I like it. You know what I mean? I'm definitely a fan of this. I'm not exactly sure why this thing ran to the upside like crazy. Likely, let's see. So AVRO Bio to present clinical and preclinical data from lysosomal or whoever that is disorder. Oh, I see. Oh, so it's gene therapy and pipeline. Okay, so that's likely why we're facing this upside. Okay, very good news. And actually that happened after the upside. So I don't know what actually, somebody probably knew that information before and actually longed this ticker. Hopefully it's not a bull trap, right? It's extremely overextended and already suggesting bearish drives. Okay, so let's look at the SMAs now in relevance to where we are. Okay, so where are the EMAs? Let's see. And in fact, I can actually load up. Oh my God, enhanced MACD suggesting upside still with expansion. Incredible. What about ARC Armor? Armor still suggesting upside, but we have, man, am I ahead? Am I ahead? Is that the problem? Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and look at the immediate short-term time frame momentum and see what we have in store. Okay, so very, very, very small pivot. You guys know I don't like these tiny pivots, right? They're not reliable. And if we are to face an upside from this pivot, we're going to face 2 areas of resistance. First of all, it would be the 14-day simple and the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile. Okay, so that would usually serve as enough resistance for us to continue on to the downside. Let's look at the bi-hourly and continue on here. Okay, bi-hourly is also showing that very, very unreliable. Look at this pivot, right? The tiny little pivots, and then it fails. So I'm afraid that it's going to do that again. Right, so we're in the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile, which could essentially take us up, but notice that the pivot here is a lot weaker even than this one. Okay, so there's not that much bullish activity happening there. So let's move on. 6 hour is suggesting, oh man, let's zoom in really close. Okay, so the 6 hour is actually in the process of making a bearish cross here. Okay, so it's in the process of converting that SMA 14 into a resistance on a downtrend and in the gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile, which would actually essentially, which would actually just take us down and continue on the path to the downside. So this is dangerous here. Okay, so let's go up to the 12 hour and see what we got. Okay, sideways trading on the 12 hour, suggesting literally nothing but sideways. And we have a limited downside on the daily. If we were to consider a limited downside on the daily, that would honestly be in respects to this SMA 10 at about 116. But let me see what the EMAs are saying on the daily. See if we can get a closer idea. Oh, so Garbini is saying that there are buyout rumors. So this was buy the rumor, sell the news type thing. My goodness, that sucks. That's literally what I was saying. I was like, this moved up like that, but the news of this actually came in after the pump, right? So the clinical, the whatever stuff, the data, right? So for the gene therapy, this came in. Data. Let's see, planes phase. Yeah. It came in afterwards. So that's why I was telling everybody that could this be a bull trap, right? So if there is. On the daily, man, this is too big of a range between the EMA 7 and the SMA 10. But there could be a short-term bounce here, but this is not. I don't see it as a continuation to the upside. In fact, I see it as something like this, right? So we'll reach that SMA 10. I'm sorry, the EMA 7, right? Test our current lows and then continue on to the downside and literally zigzag our way down, right? So, and also in respects to the 3-day bearish drives of hidden bearish divergence. So that could also be in play. Okay, so now let's just take a look at the buy daily. Buy daily is suggesting sideways trading. The 3-day we already saw that has a confirmed drive, 3 drives of a hidden bearish divergence, and the 5-day is still suggesting upside. The upside, guys, don't trust this. Okay, the reason why this is facing upside is likely because it got flashed to the upside based on this huge candle. Okay, all the relevant information is likely to be happening before the 5-day and the upper term timeframes. Okay, so I mean, if there is going to be a downside touch on this, like I said, we would reference the EMA 7 on the daily, and that could be a short term bounce from 138 to our current lows of 170. But and remember that FOMO can play a huge like this can be a huge factor for the price action in AVRO, right? So JDXL, can you go ahead and remind me again of the other ticker that you were talking about? Was it GME and Lucid? Was that you that I created the poll? Was that why? I'm not creating the poll for you. I'm just saying that I just wanted to know if it was GME and Lucid that you wanted me to cover. All right, so yeah, guys. That's what I'm looking at for AVRO, and it's just I wouldn't. If you weren't in this trade in this area here or down here, then this is likely over. Okay, but playing by the rules here. And playing by natural price action. I'm talking about raw price action, but of course there's no indicator to measure psychology. But you know your boy Arca's already working on one. So let's go. So let's go ahead and just kind of end the analysis for ticker symbol AVRO here. Huge overextended play and very much psychological, which actually presents a lot of danger, by the way. Okay, so let's go ahead and just, of course, we're going to leave it as no rating. I want to make sure that retail is entirely safe. If you're new to the chat, make sure to hit that like button, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. In the description below, you'll also find my affiliate link for TradingView software if you would like to, trade alongside me or chart alongside me. Every day that we release these videos, every day that we take a look at these, the tickers on the live streams, I already have a lot of people sharing their videos. I'm sorry, their formations and their analysis with me on Discord, also on Twitter, everywhere, right, you guys? So everybody's sharing these very nice images. So if you would like to go ahead and start an account, go ahead and refer to that link in the description below, as it will help my trading future out greatly. Okay, you guys? So yes, absolutely. So now let's go ahead and take a look at ticker symbol VLON. For my friend Chase Cross. Are you still in the chat, my dude? Let's go ahead and just make a little bit of space over here because, right. This was also in reference to the tickers that I cover. Oftentimes, guys, I have it in order, right? So in this case, the only one that's out of order is AMC, but oftentimes I have them prepared and I move down the tickers like this. Right. So, and then later on I make space. Right. So just in case, it's not always the case, but sometimes. Chase Cross, what is up, my dude? Let's go ahead and take a look at ticker symbol VLON. Very excited to look at it for you, my dude. And I want to make sure that you know that I'm here for you and still in the chat. And still in the game right here so that we can gain an edge for that ticker. Okay, so VLON, I'm not even sure that I've ever looked at that ticker before, but let's go ahead and load it up now. Okay, so VLON. Okay, and it is, let's see. So let's go ahead and load up the log chart on a daily like always, you guys, and take a look at the price action here. Wait a second. Nice. So Okay, so earnings is coming up on March 27th. Okay, huge pump to the upside. I don't know why the hell it did that, right? So there is some news here. It's okay, so I'm not sure that it's just healthcare stocks in general. This, let's see. VLON Pharmaceuticals gets notice of delisting from NASDAQ. Plans reverse stock. What? December 29th. Did it? Guys, hold on just a quick sec. Let me find out why my dog is actually yelling like that. Give me just a quick moment, okay? My apologies, you guys. I'm not sure why he's doing that. Just a sec. Just a sec, you guys. Just a sec. Go to bed. Good boy. Go to bed. That's right. That's right. Good boy. Get down. Down. Get down, boy. Sorry, you guys. Just a quick sec. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, come on. Get down. Get down. I know you're feeling alone. I know you're feeling alone. Oh man. So my other pup has actually I'm not sure if it's hitting him now, right? Since my other dog has been obviously you guys remember what's happened to Sasha, right? It's okay, boy. It's okay, honey. Since you guys remember what happened to Sasha, right? So she passed away. So now I'm not sure if my pup is now starting to understand that he's alone. And that he doesn't have her next to him, right? So he's been a little needy as of late. I know, I'm here, buddy, I'm here. All right, so let's go ahead and continue the analysis. My apologies, you guys. So I know, buddy, I know. Okay, so ticker symbol VLON. What do we have in store for this ticker? Okay, let's see. Let me get this... Let me get my moving averages up. And let me get the momentum up and see what we have. Okay. So there it is. There it is. Samantha H, give your pup extra lovies. Absolutely. Yeah, that's I think he's a little anxious. He's actually been worrying me a little bit, right? Just because I don't want him to be alone, right, you guys? So and I try to put him alongside me all the time. But yeah, I just want him to know that he's not alone. He's here with me. And with the family, of course. So if my boy, you guys hear him? Okay, so immediate short-term time frame, we have the SMA 10 as resistance, okay? So this is not always good that we have that resistance on a short-term time period, okay? Let's go ahead and move on to the bi-hourly and see what we have. New start 951. Thanks so much, my dude. So we still have some sideways trading on VLON, okay? What I wanted to point out earlier is that we've had some neutral earnings, right? But we've had actually 2 beats in earnings and another neutral one. So things are not bad for this ticker in general. Right? So, yeah, so let's go ahead and continue the bi-hourly momentum, okay? So, Let's see. Some sideways trading still on that bi-hourly. We still have a little bit of bullish activity here on the 14-day simple, so that's good. All right, so let's see the 6 hour. The 6 hour is actually facing a correction here. Very interesting, okay, that it looks like it wants to move to that upside. Okay, so let's see what the 12 hour has to say in respects to this, okay? So let's see. What? No way. Okay, so the 12 hour is still suggesting upside. Hold on here. Hold on. Let's go to the daily. Okay, still pivoted towards the upside on the daily too. Guys, this is okay. I want you to know that it's still suggesting upside, right? So this is still suggesting a massive upside, right? But I want you to know that look at the valuation on this, okay? So we're looking at 46 cents right now. Let's look at this. Let's see. Market cap is, oh man, it's tiny. So 5.8 mil, and we have the float. We have the float landing at about 6. Oh man, so this is really tiny, okay? Which means that at any point somebody can pump this to the upside with like 10 G's or something, or 20 G's, right? And then at any moment they can take profit and capitulate this thing too. I'm giving you this risk because it's still suggesting that upside, okay? And now let's go to the buy daily. So the buy daily is actually still suggesting that upside as well. This is still very powerful too. And another reason that this upside could still be there, guys, is remember that it's because of this flash, okay? It literally flashes all of the indicators. It flashes our momentum. It flashes everything in order for us to, it flashes everything, and then we see this upside continuation, okay? It doesn't mean that it's going to continue to the upside. It's just technical, okay? So the reason why I'm like telling you that, man, this thing could actually be pretty good is because it's on the 12 hours starting, okay? So look at this, the 8 hour, actually starting on the 8 hour. Wow, okay, so arguably the 6 hour, but for sure the 8 hour, right? So this micro float, man. This is very, very small. Okay, so now let's see the 12 hour. Yes. Oh, guys, this is a gamble. Okay, it's a gamble to go in on this at any point. But if guys, I honestly would really, I'm gonna stay away from this because this absolutely has. It's too. I feel like it's a little overextended. But referencing the micro time frames, it looks like there is a space to kind of gain entry, and that entry would literally be. Between the areas of about 46.20 and what the heck is that? Oh my goodness. and 51.75. Guys, this is the strangest stream ever. Hans, no, don't lick that, baby. That's a dirty computer. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, so there could be this space to like kind of gain some opening position right over here, right? But I don't know, guys. I don't know, man. I'm not, you know what? I'm not fronting when I say that I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole, man. So here it goes. Either way, the last iteration, right? We're going to go ahead and measure it like this. The obvious upside target is absolutely in high relevance to the 2.618 at 81.59. The high of this candle here where the H is, right? The high of this candle is 80.59, okay? So very close to that 2.618. If this thing can continue to the upside beyond it, which I honestly feel like this could be the target where it's just going to overall let it go, right? So no way, was there? I'll go ahead and check on it. I'll check on that, Cal. But I'm thinking that it could be about 97 cents, okay? 97.11 to the 3.618. So definitely know that I'm looking at these two targets if it does happen to reach up there, right? And also this one, these two targets, okay? These are the ones that are essentially being looked at. 76.23, 81.59 range, 91.74, 97.11. Currently sitting at about 53. Okay, so, but guys, again, I'm telling you that this is like. What do you mean? What's that? Chase Cross, what's that at after hours? This would be, let me see. 46.25? Is that what you have? Let me know for a fact, because now for real, actually, you know what? I don't have the live data for NASDAQ. I ended up getting NYSE Arca, and also OTC. Hey, baby. It's okay, honey. It's okay, baby. I'm here. But oh yeah, and also in the 15-minute where yeah, well, yeah, right. Let's take so moderator Cal L actually saw this here, and what you are seeing here is it's actually a herp and derp, right? So let's go ahead and take it to the neckline, which could actually be literally right over here, right? So the target for this ridiculous formation, which I hate, by the way, here and there is not bad, right? But the target, no way, at 2194. Oh, what? Oh, dude, which just happens to be very much correlated to the. Let me see. It's literally telling us it's gonna go back down to the all-time low, but oh man, so 58 cents on TD. Chase Cross, 58 cents after hours. You're talking about, look, I have 46.25. This inconsistency in data always happens, right, you guys? But let's see, going back to the 12-hour, I have 53. Okay, so, I mean, nonetheless, the price action is the price action, right? So I still see upside on this. I am not going to lie. What's the high that it reached, though? Chase, that on Friday, what was the high that it reached? It looks like it was 80.50 on my end. Can you take a look at your end? Sam, could you check it on TD to see if the high of day from Friday? Because that's going to essentially mark the resistance for the Monday session. Looks like the shorts are covering after hours. Wow, what the heck is? Yeah, maybe so. So Samantha, you are 81. Okay, so 80.50 was what I have here, so it's not bad. 80, okay. All right, so yeah, at least we have the consistency, because that area that I'm talking about, guys, if you're day trading, if you're momentum trading, it's of high importance that you can consider the pre-market low and high, as well as the previous day's low and high. Okay? The reason why I say this is because professional day traders keep in consideration those targets, okay? Because they use those as the overall supports and resistances for the overall range that the price action will do. Okay? So keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. Come here, baby. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come on. Go to bed. Go to bed. So yeah, I just want you to be aware of that, okay? Because it is in strategy for us to kind of look at things like that as day traders, right? So thank you guys, thank you Sam, and thank you One Fix It Man for that information. So do these short squeeze sometimes flash for the upside, but it's fake? What do you mean? What do you mean by fake? Do you mean that it was like the price manipulation, like the price manipulated by the market maker? Is that what you mean? Because what was the rumor? Someone said there was a rumor for VLON, right? Chase, was that you who told me that there could be like a rumor for it? Or was that the previous ticker? I'm not even sure. Hey, baby, I know, honey, I know. I'm here. You can hang out with me. You can hang out here as long as you want. It's okay. Okay. Man, to tell you the truth, guys, this is I wouldn't call this no. I wouldn't consider this to be fake price action. This is all. That's 132 million. So look at the second article down. That gets notice of delisting from the NASDAQ. So plans of reverse stock split. That's December 29th. So I already think it's priced in. So December 29th, let's see. It was right around here. And it actually started moving to the upside for some ridiculous reason. So yeah, they need to hit $1 to keep the compliance, right, for the listing. Yeah, Steven, that's exactly what what I'm thinking. So if they are trying to reach that, so then is the CEO trying to do like a COSM thing to where they're trying to fight the shorts and kind of make the price go above that $1? Oh, that was the last ticker. See, that's what I mean, Samantha. I was also confused with the previous ticker as well. So yeah, so in this case, I do not see this as synthetic, although that the price action ending right at the 2.618 is very curious. So the geometric levels is why I tell a lot of people that some people tell me the charts don't matter because there's infinite shorts and there's infinite this and there's infinite that, right? Synthetics, I get it. But if you're an institution, if you're a market maker and you are that smart to move price action, do you really think that they would abuse the button to just literally make the price go to whatever number ever? No. If I were a market maker, if I were an institution, I would absolutely know to resist at a geometric level. I would know to resist at a prior high. I would know to resist at an inflection point. Guys, like there's no way that we can ever believe that this is just they have a free button to just play it wherever. We entered a bear cycle, which is why they would take advantage of shorting. Right? So as soon as we go to the bull cycle, they're also going to get long. and they're going to play it to the downside and to the upside no matter which way. Right? So then you're going to see the shorts complaining that you're going to see the shorts complaining on a bull cycle that they're printing the synthetic shares, and the synthetic shares are helping us continue on to the upside. This is so unfair. It's going to be the inverse of what we're talking about now. It's quite lunacy. Hi, baby. Oh my God, guys, my pup is he's really not happy. Wow. I've actually never seen him this depressed. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to be around him more. And I think I'm going to actually have to have him sleep in our room too. Ah, man, my daughter's room is actually right next to my toddler. So that worries me. Right? So because of the sounds and the noises, right? But he's here. He's doing his thing. Hans, like HANS. Hey, buddy. Oh man, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, low floats, micro floats, and micro caps are especially dangerous, right, you guys? So yeah, I'm looking at an upside still here. Right, so if you're long this ticker, the best case scenario, and I think we're at that right now. Actually, let's see. Remember that there's an inconsistency in price action here, versus like with all kinds of brokers, including the algorithmic price action that price position that TradingView is giving us, right? No. Hans, he's I know, buddy. I'm here. He's 3 years old. So. And Sasha was 6. So he lived, they slept together for forever. Right? So now he's super unhappy, and I think he's finally noticing that she just never came back. Hey, baby. I'm here, buddy. It's okay. Good boy. That's a good boy. I'm here, buddy. I'm here. Okay, so yeah, let's go on, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and actually have to look at one more ticker for tonight, okay? And that is gonna be ticker symbol GFAI, and it's actually in respects to my boy next to me. He's not feeling too well, and I feel like I owe him to to be with him a little bit. He's having a tough time, a little bit of separation anxiety, right? So I'm noticing that it's getting a little worse. Right, so at this point, I'm just gonna spend some time with him right after we evaluate our tickers, and then everything will be good. Okay, you guys. But still, it looks like we've already been streaming for just about 3 hours, right? So this is it's still fair, right, you guys? Oh man, this thing split. What? When did this thing split? Was it on Friday? I don't believe it. No rating. No rating on ticker symbol VLON. Thank you so much for reminding me of that. Oh, I know, honey. I know, baby. I know. My boy. It's okay, buddy. All right, so I hate this. Let's go to the daily to see if I can maintain the... Nope, I still can't. Oh, God. Look at all that work over there, guys. Oh, I'm just so reminiscent of it now. Okay, so let's go ahead and just make a quick little... can I actually... Let me just show you. I still have the pivots here, right? So this is so ridiculous. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so it very possible that it was actually right over here, right? So, and also this... being right over there. I believe that was... no, very likely over here. Oh, that's right. The resistance touch, and then we reclaimed it, and then support touch, support, and then continued. Right. So this is a broadening ascending wedge. We were already looking at this, right? And we had several areas to consider. Very dangerous here for GFAI, as there is... Let's see, touch resistance 1, 2, and 3. And also, man, on an 8-hour term time frame, this absolutely is in play. Hey, baby, I'm here, honey. I'm here. I'm almost done. Take a look at this. Huge bearish engulfing here. Hey, it's okay, buddy. I'm here, buddy. I'm here. Okay, so huge bearish engulfing here. And then continued on to the downside, right? So this could still be flashed, and this could actually be facing a type of maybe even a bear flag, right? So let's go ahead and reference momentum on, let's see, we're going to start off with the SMAs too. I think I already had them loaded. Okay, we converted on the 8-hour that SMA 10. Okay, so this is a resistance, so we have to be careful. All right, so let's see. Also, is your leg hurting? Oh my goodness. All right, so let's see. The 30-minute immediate short term suggesting a continuation to the downside almost right away. Okay, so if we're looking at a small bounce, then that is very likely to be presented at the SMA 10. But let me bring up the exponentials too so we can get a little more surgical, right? No, I would still be essentially favoring the SMA 10 located at about 1576. But let's continue. What's the bi-hourly telling us? Okay. The bi-hourly is suggesting a continuation to the way down and also has broken the support of the SMA 14. Okay, so this being in the junction between the bull weakness percentile and the bear weakness percentile is suggesting a continuation to the downside. But please notice that we are right above it. Okay, so we're in the gravitational zone. Okay, there you go. See, this is the gravitational zone of the bull weakness. So it's definitely, very likely, we can continue on to the downside in the immediate short term for sure. Okay, 6-hour also suggesting a downside, validating the shorter term time periods as well. 8-hour limited upside, but that is likely a very short term bounce. Okay, so the 12-hour downside, daily. Okay, so here it is. And I think we're going to have to pay very close attention here because it's showing that we could be accumulating right now for a very, very short term pullback before a continuation onto the upside. Very curious here, okay? So if we're looking at maybe, let's see, I think we can do it on the 4 or 6 hour to gauge these targets, right? So let me see here. The 6 hour, they're very similar. Okay. Let's see how far of a downside. Do we have a limited touch? Okay, so the daily, the bi-daily, is giving us that limited touch here. If we were to consider that we have a limited downside to go on the bi-daily from the 4 hour, right? That would essentially give us, remember, I'm taking a look at the bi-daily, so meaning that the distance between here and here is large. This is a very big distance, okay? So if we're looking at it from the 4 hour, that distance could very well be in line. Oh, man, I don't even want to say this. Let's see. Let's pull up the fibs. Let me just pull up the fibs from the range, from the current range, right? So, okay, the 1.272 is very likely as well. I like that. I do. Okay, so that would be the SMA 50 and the 1.272. And of course, the one spot 618 located at 1079. So it looks like it's trying to reaccumulate for a continuation to the upside. But if we do continue to the upside, it may be limited. Remember, we're at test number 1, 2, and 3, okay? Test number 3 essentially gives us the short signal to continue to the downside here, okay? And the take profit for this is freaking 492. Okay, but I don't think that it has enough liquidity to even reach down to this area here of about 981. In fact, it may reach a buck above that, okay? But still, I'm going to go ahead and draw that area for reaccumulation because the technicals are suggesting an upside in the upper term. And it's a pretty nice upside. Actually, it's continuous, you know. Look at the buy day, the 3-day, sorry, and the 5-day. Goodness gracious. Like this is just mooning right now, right? So this is a good deal. Still, wow, even the bi-weekly. Yeah, man, weekly and bi-weekly still upside. Okay, so very small gap and area for reaccumulation here. Okay, so worst case scenario, you miss your entry down here at 1254, which could very well be. Okay, I'll give you a FOMO. I'll give you a FOMO entry. Okay, but know that we really should not be trading right now, guys. Okay, we should be staying cash. This is the FOMO entry. Okay, it could be located between 1475. This is Beso Amy's Reddit YOLO. Okay, so 1470 to about 1336. Okay, that would be essentially that area where we can consider a FOMO entry if it doesn't reach down to this area. But guys, it would be playing this earlier would have been the deal, right? But still, it looks like it's preparing itself for a continuation to the upside. Even still, very powerful moves here for GFAI. Okay, you guys. So I want you to know that I love you all. All right, you guys. I want to make sure to spend some time with my pup right now, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and limit the live stream to now, guys. And go ahead and refer to the links in the description below if you would like to join the Discord. Go ahead and click on the Twitter link. Come by and say hello, right? Arca, I'm in at 7. Oh, what? Chase Cross, my dude. Ooh, yeah. Okay, if it continues going down, man, I mean, there's no reason why you wouldn't actually just, liquidate somewhere, right? Up here and then regain entry somewhere down here and then just trade the ranges, right? So I totally understand the whole concept of like holding that upside, right? Because you're just accumulating massive gains right now. Good stuff, my dude. Very, very good stuff. Chase Cross, congratulations on this. Max 2020, you're very welcome. Vertigo, thank you so much for stopping by. Hello to you as well. G Immortal, hey Arca, new sub, my dude. Thank you so much. That's awesome. I really appreciate you subbing. That actually goes a very long way, okay? My moderators, Samantha, Mark Roach, I know he's gone already. I know DJ was in here. Cal L, my dudes. I really love you all. Thank you so much for your infinite help and for your support. Okay, you guys, but Samantha, now definitely know that I figured it out how to record our master classes. So we're going to be able to start scheduling some nice things for the moderators. Okay, so One Fix It Man, thank you so much for all your help. Please reach out to me on Twitter and on Discord. Okay, moderators get huge perks, man. So definitely reach out to me and we'll talk. Okay, you guys. George T, have a very good night. Indra, you're very welcome. I love to see you here all the time. Okay, you guys. So please know that I wish you all very well, a very good night, and I will catch you all at the bell mañana. Okay, you guys. Chase Cross, definitely consider some profits. All right, you guys. Have a good night. Adios.